Limburger. People just don't understand.
It's funny. There's some of the cheeses that Greg mentions. I sort of I've never seen. Like when I go to the cheese section, there's a million other cheeses, but not Limburger and all other sharp cheese.
He's probably never seen them either. He just reads off, oh, this beer pairs with these cheeses. He doesn't know for a fact that they do.
Anyway, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Beer Dweebs United. Hey, yeah.
Greg mentions that I've never seen. Like when I go to cheese section.
Nick, baby, you need to turn down your volume a little bit, baby. It's a little behind, too. So turn that down. Thank you.
What? Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Nick, baby. Come on, Shad Flair, get it together.
Anyway, so first and foremost, I apologize for the late start tonight. I was having a technical difficulty with this computer. Me and the computer did not like each other. It almost got thrown against a wall. It was a good time. So what's everybody drinking tonight?
I'm drinking Propeller Porter.
Of course you are.
Why wouldn't he be, baby?
Yeah, it's the only thing I had left. Haven't been able to get out of the house in like 3 or 4 days, so.
Another blizzard? Indeed.
Yeah, indeed.
What are you drinking, Nick? You look like you're done, bro.
Yeah, I'm just tired. I haven't cracked anything open yet. I haven't decided yet.
How about yourself there, Biggie?
Just finished a coffee and a pint of water, so I don't know. I don't know yet. I'll have something.
How about yourself there, Average Troll?
Because it's going to be released in a couple weeks, I felt I would look and see how the 2014 version of the KBS is doing.
Awesome. That's not barrel-aged Budweiser. What are you talking about?
No, I believe you had the barrel-aged Budweiser. I think you mentioned water and coffee.
Mm.
I feel like probably where you're going.
That's what it was.
Yeah. What's Bradley drinking?
Matilda from Goose Island.
Oh my God! How do you like it, Bradley?
Good.
It's pretty good.
Now, Brad, would you pair that with some smoked Gouda, or would you go with the Gorgonzola?
Some Limburger.
Pardon?
Shut up, Frank. Nobody likes. I'm gonna drink this beer that's brand new to my LCBO here, which is the Broadhead Grindstone Amber Ale.
Ooh, amber ales right after cream ales are my favorite.
Yeah. Mm. I actually just reviewed it, so I only have like half a can left because I've already reviewed it tonight.
Now, Teku Murray, would you put the copper ales in between the amber and the cream? Or would that be on a whole nother level, baby?
That's a whole other level.
Absolutely nothing but breadiness.
Is a copper ale, is that like an imperial amber ale? I'm not quite sure.
I don't even know if that exists. Let me check my BJCP little book I got over here. Hang on.
That's right, because when you pick up the old copper ale, your business is picking up, baby. Business is really picking up then.
Or you just have Devin in your area because he just loves them copper ales.
Well, they are 10 out of 10 all day, every day, baby.
Right.
What was the one that he liked the most? Was that Railway City?
Yeah, the Railway City Copper.
Yeah.
That's Dusty Roads, right?
You know it,
I
baby.
have no idea what you're talking about, Bradley.
Yeah, we should have planned ahead, and we should all come in full character into the next DDU in different wrestlers.
I think
I gotta
Bradley.
brush up on my Ric Flair, you guys.
I think he may have a discombobulation of the brainstem. That's what he's doing.
So I don't have my webcams down here. I'm just using the webcam right off this laptop, so I can't show you this. But if you guys go to the Canadian Beer News, you can see Central City reveals the new label for the Detective Saison. We talked about last week the old label, and it showed you them side by side. The new label, almost the same thing again. She's just standing slightly different now, and she doesn't have a fold out anymore. She's holding a badge. So I think it's awesome.
Well, we got Greg on here. What are you drinking, Greg?
I am having some delicious water. I'm getting over a cold, so I can't really taste much of anything anyway.
Yeah, your voice is freaking me out, Greg. I don't think that's really you.
I know it is a little creepy, eh?
I feel like
I think Greg has been replaced by someone. One of them body snatchers. You know, you heard of them body snatchers? They snatch the bodies and they replace it with the duplicates.
Greg, I would like to say, since you can't taste anything, how is that any different from normal, baby? How is that any different from normal?
Actually, it makes my palate more accurate now.
You are probably correct, because you have an incredibly stupid palate, baby.
Hey, is it my fault I
also-
taste nuts and everything?
No.
Yeah,
No, you don't taste the
Wait,
almond
wait.
husk.
That's too easy. That is too easy.
Also, just
Everything tastes like nuts.
just for our good friend Lee here, Mill Street has released announced and released its spring package. Its spring pack. This year's pack has Portage Ale from 2 years ago and Spring Thaw from this year. From last year.
That's a bunch of bullshit, baby. I will
There you
not
go.
be picking that up.
No?
No, I will not be picking that up. It's a bunch of bullshit, baby.
Who is this individual with the incredibly gifted beard, baby? Please introduce yourself.
Oh, goddamn, I think that's Bruiser Brody. Bruiser Brody.
Oh my God, Bruiser Brody, he's a badass, a legit badass. Bruiser Brody.
I think he's completely ignoring you, just like everybody else should.
Talking to me? Really? Oh,
No, they're talking to the beard with arms.
Bruiser Brody, I think we've established this, baby.
Yeah.
Am I working?
You're working.
Working.
Did Greg's water sit in the fridge for a week before he had it, or?
It's been sitting in the garage for like 3 months, so it's aged as hell.
Oh, it's got to be at its fucking prime then.
It didn't
Oh,
come
yeah.
from Great Lakes, though, Dav. It didn't come from Great Lakes. Unless he did buy the water from Great Lakes, I don't think he did.
Probably came from one of the Great Lakes.
The
boy.
aged mellow whatever.
Okay.
Dev, I had to say that was an impeccable intro.
Thanks.
Wow.
I've been saving that actually.
Oh man, you're like Big Show walking into a Rumble last minute and just throwing everybody out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on
I'd like to.
on that
That's
note, I'm gonna leave too. I'm fucking done for the night, guys. So enjoy your beers, and I'll see you later.
Bruiser Brody, take it easy, baby.
How's everybody doing?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good.
Cool.
And yourself?
Oh, not too bad. I'm still, having a hard time with this newfangled technology and trying to get online and stuff, but I made it. I'm just drinking a low fill from work today. We're bottling some Irish Red, so that's what I'm doing.
The Inoslance?
That's right.
No slanche.
The hell?
Awesome.
That's actually a really good red.
I'm sure it is. It's just a weird name.
Well, no. His last name's Innocente, and Slanche is cheers in Irish, so Irish red, Slanche.
He's gonna stop that shit.
It's a play on words.
Yeah, I know that. No, it's
That's clever, you see.
it's not that clever when you include your name in every fucking beer you make. It's not.
Listen,
really that
I
clever
came up with that name, motherfucker.
I'm moving on to this. I reviewed this earlier tonight, too. The 7-hop pale ale from Rogue.
Any
I had that
sriracha in
the
that?
other week.
No, there's no sriracha in it.
Oh, it's no good then.
It's 7 hops from their farm.
Whoa. Okay.
So they put 7 hops in the beer. Period. That's it. 7 hops, baby. What is this? Is this Miller Lite? Come on.
We have Rogue Farms Liberty, Freedom, Newport, Revolution, Rebel, Independent, and Liberation hops.
Those are the
It's not like they make
hops.
those up. They
Yeah,
make those up, baby.
That's such bullshit.
Sounds like that Pac-Man used to put in there. It's a bunch of bullshit. I don't see no Pac-Man on the
Cascade,
packages.
Centennial.
Hey, don't forget the free-range coastal water, okay?
Oh, that's right.
Never forget that, baby.
Needs no coastal waters.
And it's 8.02% alcohol by volume. And you know it's really 8.02% alcohol by volume because not only does the bottle say it, the LCBO's test strip says it.
Oh, it's handy. Just in case you needed a second opinion on the fucking alcohol.
Well, actually, a lot of times the ABV is different when
Yeah.
on our imports when the LCBO actually does the test.
Well, if the LCBO says it's that percentage, I believe him.
Hey, Chad, I think it's great that you bought it at the LCBO. At least your wife doesn't have to fear that you're going to beat her as if you bought it in a grocery store.
Oh, we are
That's
going to
right,
get to that story.
that's
We are
right,
going to get to
that's
that story. That's actually, there is a lot of news articles that came out this week about a lot of different things. But the first good news article is from New Orleans. A man shoots his best friend with a shotgun for drinking wrong beer.
I feel like we cannot talk about this subject without the one and only Jay Terrio, baby. He has all the inside scoops in the Louisiana area.
That's right. He might have been the man who shot that man. I don't know.
Oh, he's at a basketball game tonight, so.
So
Yeah,
that is
basketball
unfortunate.
game. Maybe he's actually in court right now, baby.
Sorry, baseball game. A college baseball game is what he went to.
Is this the dude with the mustache?
You have to be more specific than that.
One of the
We have
two.
multiple
It's
guys with
not
mustaches.
it's not Ohio Elvis. It is it's Ron, our
Yeah.
comic book loving friend.
The one with the glasses and the stash?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. That's too bad.
I like how Dev is trolling Jay currently when he is not here.
Yeah. It's
Because he says it's too bad, but his smile says it's a-okay. I don't know what's going on there.
There's no smile under this beard. It's disappointment.
Oh, okay. But
What's
yeah,
he doing hanging out at a college, anyways?
he goes to college baseball and basketball and football games.
Like
quite
community college?
Dev, stop being an asshole. I mean, that's just messed up, baby. But yeah, he was correct. He goes to all the Louisiana colleges. Like, if you ever watch his videos, he always randomly shout, "I go to Louisiana State baseball game" and stuff like that. I don't know. He could be anywhere right now.
He's really just playing 21 in some playground right now by himself.
Goddamn, Dev.
I guess
Okay,
if he
okay,
watches the replay, he will never be back.
Jay, I just want to confirm that Dev Flair, a.k.a. Bruiser Bodie, he is a 100% heel this evening, so take no offense to his words, baby.
I think he may have been forked in the brain by Abdul the Butcher. I remember what's going on there.
Are you the baby face? Is that
I am a tweener, baby. I don't play either side. I'm right down the middle.
That's right.
I do enjoy his comments, don't get me wrong. I always get a laugh.
Again, he is a 100% heel, Jay. 100%, baby.
Yeah, he's doing that heel game right now where he tries to bring you back in, and then he gives you the stunner.
That's right.
Just waiting for the pay-per-view event where him and Dave get into a ring.
That's right.
Fight to the death.
It's that classic Stone Cold Steve Austin lore where you want to have a Steve Weiser with Stone Cold Steve Austin? Yeah, I have a Steve Weiser with you, Stone Cold. All right, we'll have a fucking Steve Weiser, and then he gives you the stunner after you drink the beer.
You know what you need? What you need to do at the festival is beer tube celebrity boxing. That would be
What was it? Rod wanted us to do Northern Ontario versus Southern Ontario tug of war for the breweries.
I'm pretty sure that everyone in Northern Ontario is under like 5'4" and about 110 pounds. They would be losing.
Well, obviously it'd be Southern Ontario because we got Black Oak.
Greg, never speak again this evening. Thank you.
Yes,
That's
because
okay. That's okay. I've said what I have to say.
I'm sure Erica will really help win that tug of war. I'm sure it'll happen.
Eric. Okay.
Hey, anybody like my glass?
Oh my God.
Hey,
Nobody likes that glass.
actually, here's something else before we go on to actual topics. So this was a glass that was brought to me by the one, the only Devin from the Clifford Brewing Company. You notice that it is a shaker. So this is a brewery that's just opening up. Have they just killed themselves with Beer Geek because they made a shaker for their first glass?
Yeah, they have.
Nope. It still holds beer. It works for me.
Works for me too. I've been drinking out of it. But how about the Beer Geeks?
See, that's a closed-minded opinion, Greg. Narrow-minded opinion.
We'll put one on a stem for Ewart.
Nobody wants to drink out of a shaker on a, I can't even say that word, baby. I got a little bit of this, but a shaker on a stem. You know,
I'll just say Dark Horse. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but Dark Horse doesn't have anything but a shaker either. They've been around for a while. It does drive people crazy, but it doesn't stop people from buying their beers, so I don't think it's any influence.
Oh, and I mean, it wouldn't stop me from buying the glass. I do think that a shaker glass does kind of look nice every once in a while.
Yeah.
So everyone that drinks out of Dark Horse is Dark Horse beer. All of it is improper glassware. Is that what you're saying there?
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter
But
because
just keep proper in the thicker.
they're drinking sour maple porters all the time too. So.
I randomly checked out the rate beers, worst beers of old time, and I saw that Dark Horse had multiple lambics, and I used the term lambic very loosely, baby. And it was a blood orange lambic, and I think like a blueberry lambic. And I'm trying to understand: do they just throw their infected beer into a bottle and then sell it for like $15, and then people do, and they go, "What the fuck, man?" Because they were
First of all, they're not lambics. They call them lambiques. They even put that on the label, lambiques. And it's just naturally fermented with Marshall, Michigan air, so of course it's gonna taste like shit.
Lambic? What, they got like chicken pops and them stuff, like bird pops, lambic? I don't know what's going on there.
The fucking Dark Horse is this, the deception by them guys is unbelievable.
They just throwing any old fucking bottle, aren't they?
Boycott all the beer. All the beer is awesome.
You guys have destroyed our viewership. We're down to 5 people for the first time.
Oh, come on,
They're
baby.
all like,
Who doesn't like Dr. Rhodes? Everybody likes Dr. I'm a common man, baby. I'm a common man. I wear polka dots occasionally, so maybe not that common, but I am a common man.
I think it might be the fact that you guys have been trolling since I turned the camera on. It came on to trolling about cheese, then you went to trolling Dave and Jay. Now you're trolling.
If that's what you interpret trolling as being there, Chad Flair, if that's what you interpret to be trolling, I like the smoke Gouda, baby. The Gorgonzolas and the Breeze and all those creamy cheddars. I don't understand. I like to talk about cheese, baby. If that's trolling, then so be it, baby.
Actually, there will be a cheese vendor at the festival now too to do cheese.
Oh my god!
You have made Dr. Rose a very happy individual this evening. Do you know what kind of cheeses, baby?
I do not know. They are an artisanal cheese place that makes their own.
Like Guinness cheese or something.
Artisanal. There we go.
Fat.
Anyway, so first and foremost, our first article, other than the getting shot for bringing the wrong beer. First off, let's go back to that. Getting shot for bringing the wrong beer. What kind of beer did you have to bring to get shot for? Like, did the guy pay you to go and pick up a fucking Sam Adams Utopia and you showed up with a 6-pack of Red Dog or something? Like, what the fuck happened to get shot?
I thought the article stated that he wanted the bush and they brought him like natural ice or something of that variety. I don't know.
So the exact same beer?
Well, listen here, baby. That's not the exact same beer. Others would prove you wrong on that, Jay Terrio. And I think, you know, it needs to be a little bit more clear because they're not the same beer, even though all of us would agree that they're the same beer.
Let's be fair, though. Those are 2 most excellent beers, baby.
I thought he wanted a cranberry, and the guy showed up with the new lemonade margarita or whatever, and that's what he got pissed about. I said cranberry.
Dude, that's some serious business, baby. You can't be making fun of the readers right now. I'm pretty sure Joe D's gonna pop in here and be very angry about that.
Yeah, goddamn Joe D, goddamn Kamala gonna come in here and go start wrecking shit.
You know, I was just thinking Kamala. Oh man, that's terrible.
Kim Chi is gonna be very upset. He's gonna let his
Rikishi with the bill.
No, that's Samoan, baby. Kamala from Africa. You gotta get your country straight.
To try to get this back on topic, which is going to be almost impossible, baby, but here's what we're going to do. Pretty sure the article itself is just ridiculous. You're shooting someone over a beer. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm thinking this guy was already half fucking in the tank before he even ordered the beer, you know. He couldn't go and get it himself, so I'm assuming he was already drunk, maybe.
Are you suggesting somebody who shot somebody else over beer may have been drinking?
Yeah, that is my suggestion, yes.
Shocking.
I know.
Somebody shoots somebody sometimes.
I've moved on to Cameron's. I'm drinking Cameron's Auburn Ale now because I have no other beer.
No, it's no copper ale.
I do have a official but unofficial quote by one Jay Terrio of this about this article. Ethan Kibbett, who is the other mustache man, he sent a he actually posted this article to Jay. He said, "Jay Terrio, real serious about Budweiser out there, are we?" And Jay Terrio replied, "Sick, drug-addicted wackos, I'm sure, baby." So he thinks they on crystal meth. I'd imagine that his drug of choice. So that's what Jay Terrio thinks of the situation.
Wow, you guys have knocked us down to 4 viewers.
Great.
It's Troll Week on Media.
We're almost there. We're almost there, guys. Keep going. Yes.
Okay, is there any comments before we
I'm
actually
drinking.
have
I'm
some
drinking
comments.
abrasive, by the way. If anybody's wondering, abrasive. If anybody's had that, it's a good beer. Yeah.
Okay, Dullhead Brewing says, "Good evening, gents, and hail to the king of YouTube." There's no king of YouTube; it's king of BeerTube, and I've been deposed recently, so you can save your platitudes, sir. Jason Spears says, "Hi everyone. He's brewing tonight. He's doing a steeping grain and extract pale ale, having a home-brewed robust porter."
Nice.
Winter is Coming says he's drinking a McLean's pale ale and Church Key Holy Smoke tonight.
Have you actually had the McLean's Farmhouse Blonde over there? Winter's Coming. Do you get it over there? I've been trying to find that for a while now.
I had their Scotch ale on tap recently.
How was that?
It was pretty good, I thought. I'd be curious to try the blonde that they have out too. But yeah, there's a pretty good craft beer bar here in Kitchener, and they had it on, so I kind of jumped at the chance to try it. Pretty good.
All right. Chris F. Graves says, "My Google Chrome is outsmarting itself. Can I get a video invite where I can just click yes?"
Oh.
I don't know if you can.
And Winter is Coming says, "Urge to kill Joe is rising."
Maybe that's fair. That's a very fair comment, I think.
It's fair for sure.
I would like to challenge you to a steel cage match, baby. Somewhere in South Carolina. That's my hometown. So answer the question.
Hey, that's the reality of the situation. When you was top of the mountain, everyone is gunning for you, baby.
I think Joe is single-handedly making me racist.
Joe is single-handedly getting rid of our viewers.
I feel like this is an improvement on the normal BDUs, so
Oh God.
So yeah, okay. So first and foremost, I'm going to segue into something I wasn't even going to talk about this week. But remember when we talked about what the beer store came out with, the ownership opportunities that the beer store put forward, and if you took it, you got into the 5 closest stores to you for free. For who the fuck's feedbacking like a bitch?
You were.
Don't look at me, I bought a fucking headset.
What? What's the question?
My question was, who is feedbacking like a moron?
Not me. I have a headset. Hold on.
It was you.
It's him. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's doing
No,
it.
I got a vacuum cleaner running upstairs.
oh, that's exactly what it is.
I just thinking maybe that's what you guys are thinking. You call it feedback, but I'm not giving you. It's the vacuum cleaner.
It sounds like it, yeah. Okay, so anyway, my thing was, so we talked about a few weeks ago the new ownership deal with the beer store, how you could become an owner and you get your beer into the 5 most local things and for free, 2 listings for free at your 5 most local areas, and whether or not people would do that, and how the craft brewers have actually fought to try and keep it from happening. The craft brewers, by that I mean the OCB, because they want everybody to stand together. But yeah, a few breweries have taken up this offer. One, Forked River. Forked River is in all the local beer stores in London. Just their Capital Blonde and their Rye. Ananakwe Brewing actually hit in with their Naughty Otter. Forked River, I didn't expect it, but it's a smart way to move because you actually get the exposure. Gananoque, okay, yeah, you're in Kingston and there's only 2 beer stores there, so you actually jump out of Kingston by just doing that. Another one is Killinan. Owen Sound has, what, 1 beer store, so he actually really ventured out by joining up on that. But Killinan's also part of the OCB, so I don't know how that's going to affect him, because the OCB said, don't do this, and then he did it. And Smithworks. Smithworks up in buttfuck nowhere past Ottawa, they fucking ended up doing this too. So there's 4 breweries so far that have taken them up on it, and I'm sure there's going to be more. Thoughts on that? Oh, and Sawdust City. Sawdust City put Gateway Kolsch and Old Woody Alt in the closest beer stores as well.
Isn't Smithworks Brewery near like Peterborough or something like that?
I don't even. 1 second. Let me find out where they are. No, they're not Peterborough because they're past Ottawa, I think, on the map.
I thought there was one. Maybe it's a brewery with a similar name, but I thought it was towards Peterborough. We got a buddy living out that way.
I gotta zoom out on here.
And like, just like you mentioned, Killannon in the list there. They just did a bunch of repackaging on a lot of their stuff. It looks flippin' sweet. My aunt does a bit of workout in Owen Sound every once in a while and brought a few beers back, so I got to have like a New Zealand red ale, a pale ale.
You are correct. It's Peterborough.
Yeah. I also got a Russian Imperial Stout from Killannon that I've yet to try. I think it's called like Xanadu or something, but I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. What are your thoughts on this though? Are you behind this stuff? Are you not? What's everybody's thoughts on it? You know what? I really don't care. It gives them exposure. I think it's funny that the Ontario craft brewers want them not to do this. I understand why in a way, but at the same time, wouldn't you want your beer to get out as many ways as possible?
I think if you live in a city that, if it's a smaller city and you only have like a single beer store, then it's, it is a way to get out there. But I mean, if it's a larger city where you have 6 or 7 beer stores and like people can just come,
then you're not actually getting out of the city.
Yeah, exactly. So in that case, it's just.
I mean, I think Silversmith should do it. I've told them this. They don't agree with me, but I think Silversmith should do it. I think Ostow should do it. Those breweries should, because in Niagara-on-the-Lake, there's 1 beer store. Then they'll hit Niagara Falls, they'll hit St. Catharines, they'll hit Welland, they'll have Niagara-on-the-Lake, and they will have, what's the next closest one? I believe it would be Fort Erie. They would hit all of those right there.
I just find it hard to believe that the average beer store customer would want to buy $12 Saison.
That won't happen in Welland, I'll tell you that.
It's true. But they get that well, it might happen. One person might. You know who would buy one? Tits Beer Bong 420, so he gets to be on the
paper. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I can see why it would be advantageous for a certain couple of breweries, but in larger cities, I mean, when people are just going to come to the brewery rather than the 5 closest beer stores, it makes no sense.
Yeah, no, I agree, and that's the way I think too. As the smaller cities and the towns, I think every single one of those breweries should jump on it, because it gets them instant fucking exposure in places they wouldn't need, other than their own. But really, in the end, anyone that wants to do it, do it. Just do it. It doesn't bother me. It's not going to stop me from buying Forked River beers or Sawdust City beers or anything else. It won't stop me, so do it.
However you can make your money.
Yeah, it's fine. You're also...
Casey, at 10 o'clock in the morning.
What about 10 o'clock in the morning? What?
Pardon me?
What? What?
What?
What?
Quit?
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 All I got was 10 o'clock in the morning. That's why I asked you what you were saying.
Oh, pardon me. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
What?
I was traveling through small towns like Kapuskasing at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I wanted to pop into some of the LCBOs that I went through just to see how bad they would be, but sometimes it was just too early in the day. And just in that thought, I was looking to see what kind of brew would actually see through and get up there. Aside from Budweiser, Coors, and then all of a sudden see something like, see Black Oak or Amsterdam, whichever one.
We lost you right there at the end. Black Oak or Amsterdam, whichever. Boom.
Well, were we talking about what small brewery would be a wild card brew in a small town? Is that the topic?
No, I was listing off the. Remember when the beer store came out with their ownership offer? Their offer of ownership to any craft brewery that wanted in, and they'd have to pay this much to get in, and this is the benefits they would get. I listed off the breweries that have so far taken them up on that offer.
Pardon me. Okay.
And we were talking about what we thought about it, and like most people said, if you're in a small town, if you're in a place that only has like one beer store, jump on it because all of a sudden you're in different markets than you would have been in. Because you get free double listings in your 5 closest beer stores. Sorry. So if you're say in Owen Sound where there's only 1 or 2 beer stores, bang, you're already out of Owen Sound just by taking that deal.
Now, do you know if taking that deal, if they're having to like deliver the beer, or how's it working?
That I'm not 100% sure about.
I don't really know the answer. Well, obviously I don't know the answer if I'm asking, but I'd just be curious to see what the conditions are for that. Like if they're having to deliver their own product to the beer store. I imagine so, but.
I thought that was always the case. I thought everyone had to deliver their own products to the beer store.
It's a whole lot of questions, but not a lot of answers.
Yeah, not much to say, but it's like, yeah, I'm fine if they want to do it. They want to pay the money and do it. Go right ahead. I mean, it might be good for them, might not be good for them, whatever. All depends on if your beer is good, baby.
I think it depends.
I'll be right back, okay?
Yeah, your beer doesn't even have to be good. It's about what's in the best interest for each brewer. I mean, and what they're trying to move and their markets and all that stuff. It's so hard to paint anything with a broad brush. Everybody's got a different situation, so.
Well, I think for the beer store, you got to have sort of something that's easy drinking, something that's a lager or close to a lager, because I think that's generally what the beer store customer wants. I think if you start bringing in really fancy beers into there, I don't think they're going to sell.
Well, some beer stores carry stuff like Unibrew, which is, for years, and those are far more advanced compared to the regular swill that they do carry, right? So, I mean, there is a market for that. So it's a matter of how much they plan to supply. If it makes economical sense for them to do it, if they're going to do. I mean, for me, hard to imagine Forked River, as small as they are, wanting to take that route because I don't know if they have the production capacity really to fill the pipeline. I don't know, it's an odd sort of position for them to take. So. But hey, if that's what they think makes sense for them, good luck. Hope it works.
I think London's one of those weird cities to get around. Like when I was living in Strathroy, like London's not the most convenient city from my experience. So I think for Forked River to kind of get in the beer store, I mean, without having to deal with all the normal crap of it, it's probably quite advantageous. I'm not that they're in like an inconvenient location, but I just feel like London's laid out kind of weird from my personal experience.
Yeah, but I mean, a few times I've gone to Forked River, it's not like their beer fridge has been bulging. I mean, it's usually half empty at the most, and I've seen Bellwood's far more packed. I don't know if they're putting their beer elsewhere or they could be in storage somewhere. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah,
but
they could have off-site cold storage.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
Well, I mean, if I go there, I hope they have, I mean, if they have stuff that they're already in the fridge in cold storage, that's fine. If they're depriving me and I'm making a trip out there, well, fuck them. But I don't think they're doing that. So.
York's gonna burn that mother down.
I'm glad they've started to re-release some of the beers that I enjoyed last year when they were opened, and the stuff they're coming out lately, like, just seems crazy. Like, just not crazy in a bad way, just like super excited. I still wish I lived a lot closer to that place.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointed. I don't know. I love what I'm doing now, but I miss living close to that place because they're putting out some wild stuff now.
I agree. I think they're doing a really nice job of mixing it up. Like I picked up a bunch of the deforestation.
I wanted to try that really badly.
I wanted someone else to try it because I have a slight suspicion of an infection. It's a bit sweet for what I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's got a lot of carbonation too. Like it's almost, I wouldn't say gushing, but it's really heavily carbonated for a barrel-aged brown ale. Something was a little off about it. I mean, it's still totally drinkable and tasty. Actually, what surprised me I had yesterday was the Blackbeard, which is an English stout.
Yeah, awesome. I had that the first round, and I think I actually reviewed it with the Rhino the first time because my uncle dropped some off, and it was one of those like beers like please make again. It was fantastic.
Were you saying their barrel aged brown was infected?
I don't know. I'm having suspicion that it might be a little bit just based on the carbonation on it. I just like there's something that seemed off about it. I mean, they weren't using Belgian yeast as far as I know, but I mean it was pouring like one.
Yeah, they had a whole bunch of beers recently that I was wishing to get, and I'm like I can't even use my stepfather because he's pissed off at me for locking the bar last time he was here. So the guy, I had a $65 bottle of fucking bourbon. I hadn't even opened it yet. There's this much left of it now. And by $65 bottle, I mean it was a fucking Mickey. It was a fucking taster bottle, basically. And there's like a shot left in it, and I haven't touched it.
I'd break the end off on your fucking bar and slash his throat with that shit, motherfucker.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't care who he is. He wouldn't be coming back to my place if he opened a bottle on his own and drank it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, while I'm at work, he drank it on me.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Father-in-law, you're a piece of garbage. Garbage, sir. You're garbage.
Yeah, Rhino-in-law.
You're not even a rhino. You're more like a goddamn puny little pygmy elephant or some shit.
A hippopotamus, like a rhino without the horn.
No, hippopotamus are pretty dangerous too. He's more like a armadillo or some shit.
But Dev, back to Fork River for a second. I also got the Golden Boy. It's the Belgian Golden. And based on the Golden chart, I anticipated being good.
Yeah, that was the original beer that I think they barrel aged in the Chardonnay barrel.
Right. So just without that aspect, I'm expecting it still to be good though.
I remember enjoying it. It was pretty easy drinking. It was a nice summer beer.
Yeah.
But yeah, the barrel aged version of it was insane. It was great.
Yeah, it was really good. Actually, one of the bigger surprises of last year, I think, for Ontario beers as they go. So.
The Golden. What was the other one they did? The other wine barrel one they did.
I loved the Oracle. I think that was their triple that was barrel aged.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was good too. It's like the Myrosis, Catharsis, and Hansel and Gretel. They did a bunch.
Yeah, I missed all of the newer barrel aged ones, unfortunately.
Yeah, what we have to do is the next time you come down for a weekend, you have to come and stay here for a few hours. We should do some beers together, and then we have to hire your uncle, and I'll pay him because my stepfather won't help me.
Oh yeah. I messaged him the one day about getting some of they had that coffee porter that was apparently really good, and I wanted to try and get some of that. And even I think they did a mild at one point too that I would really have liked to have gotten because it sounded like it got crazy reviews. So.
When they started, I was worried. When they started, I was worried they were going to stay very, very safe. And then all of a sudden, all these amazing like Dweebs beers just started popping out over there.
Yeah, no, they're doing quite well. I think I definitely miss popping in to see them every couple weeks and picking up the new stuff.
And I'll say too, they've always been really cool with me. Actually, I was just down there last week, and just popped in and was asking them just because I was curious about how they were bottling and stuff like that, and just seeing where they were sourcing bottles from, and just asking some general production questions. And he just took me right in the back and showing me all their stuff. And like, all I know is they are working their asses off there. That's one thing I can tell you. I mean, for a small place, putting out as much as they do with as much variety, bottling all this stuff and hand labeling it, man, there's man, it's a ton of labor going on there.
It's been cool to see that they've been able to hire some other people too. If I wasn't where I was right now and I still lived in the area, I would have thrown my name in the hat to try and get out there, because the one experience I had when I got to brew with them for the day was just fantastic. Just really great guys.
Yeah, the only experience I had with them is when I did my beerumentary video with them, and they were, well, actually that, and when I saw them at the London Beer Festival, and both times it was amazing interacting with them. They are great guys.
Yeah, we get their beer in the LC here in Kitchener Waterloo, and I still pick up bottles whenever I see it. Like, it was, I think the one day I brewed with them, it was the Riptide Rye that I got to help brew, and it was like the most hops I'd ever handled in my life, and it's cool to see that and pick up a bottle, and yeah, just wicked fun day, wicked great guys, and I'm so happy that they're doing so well.
Alrighty, so segueing from that into other stuff about Ontario. So recently, there was the Liberal fundraiser, and there's two stories on here. First, the big breweries give the cold shoulder to Ontario Liberal fundraiser. So Anheuser-Busch, all them, they did not go to this. Usually they're a huge sponsor, as in they buy up an entire table. There was like 2 people there this year instead of 15 from each of them. It's $1,500 a person to go to this fundraiser. But the second part of this story is that the fundraiser was picketed by OPSU. OPSU is the Ontario, basically the provincial workers. So the LCBO employees are part of OPSU. So OPSU picketed the fundraiser. So this all happened because big grocery stores are going to be getting wine and beer. So grocery store chains are going to be getting wine and beer. Is it the change I wanted? Not necessarily, but is it a step in the right direction? Yes. Am I excited about it? Yes, especially because a grocery store, unlike a corner store, has the size to actually make a whole section where you might see some craft beers in there. So that's great, first off. But yeah, this whole thing is great. So he comes out and says, you're going to get this. The big brewers say, we're not going. And the LCBO workers go, picket, picket, picket. So that's this section of the story. What do you guys think on this stuff? Everybody goes silent.
Well, you know what? I think at the end of the day, the big brewers are out to make money, and this thing with the government may potentially cost them some profits. So, I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of on their side in this case, because they have the right to protect their brand. If they're not happy with the current government, they shouldn't support it.
Yeah.
I have no dog in this fight. I'm not buying anything from anybody, so fuck them all. And I live in this province. I'm tired of these guys. So LCBO can strike or do whatever they want. They're the ones blowing money, and people talking like it's going to be less money for the government. It's the government's not going to do something that's going to make less money.
It's more money for the government. It's more tax sales, no matter what.
Exactly. They're going to spin it.
The Kitchener Waterloo Beer Club posted, shared the link that I shared about the grocery stores getting it, and the first person to comment on it was, why would they do this? They're going to lose tax money. They get more tax money from the beer store than they will from the grocery store. And I'm like, and I responded to it, and I'm like, the beer store is owned by the exact same type of people that the grocery stores are owned by. They're going to make the exact same amount of money, if not more, because there's going to be more sales.
Yep.
Oh.
See, what I would like to see in beer sales in Ontario, which is probably never going to happen, is get rid of all the hidden tax in beers. Let the brewers set their own prices, be it minimum prices. If they want to sell a beer for a penny, they should be allowed to. If they want to sell a beer for $100, they should also be allowed to. And
that's never going to happen in Ontario because of the fact that OHIP, OSAP, all of Ontario's
well, I'm not saying it shouldn't be charged.
All of our provincial stuff.
I'm not saying tax shouldn't be charged. I'm just saying whatever.
No, you're talking, but that's the thing. There is a minimum price in beer, and that's $29.99 right now for a 2-4.
Well, yeah,
Scandalous.
but that's one thing I would like to see change. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'd like to see that get changed. And then whatever they charge, or whatever the brewers want to set their price at, just charge 13% HST like everything else.
If you want that to be changed, you're going to have to give up your OHIP and everything else. That's what
I want big flats prices.
Everybody would want big flats prices, but do we want to pay $500 to go to the doctor for a cold?
That's right, baby. You bring it back. You bring
I
it
never
back
get
to
sick.
10 penny, and you sell it for 10 pennies. That's how you do it.
Yeah, I was going to say, for the amount of times I go to the doctor, I would be better off just paying it myself.
Yeah, if I could buy, yeah.
And you know, we all say that. I mean, how often do I go to the doctor? But once you get sick, you're fucked.
Lee, speaking of 10 pennies, you remember that beer? You ever have that beer?
No, I never had it, but I do remember seeing it in SLC years and years ago before I started really getting
And if he was able to get his time off from work, he would have been drinking it this May.
Is it a copper ale?
It might be now.
Mm.
I remember I had many a 10 pennies when I hung on Halifax for a weekend once. Oh,
I remember seeing it, but that was back in the day when I was drinking exclusively Alexander Keith's. So it was, well before I became king of beer too.
See, back then I thought even Alexander Keith was already became hipster, so I was already moved on to something like 10 penny. I went old school. That shit. I went like
now I have to stop us right here just because I don't want to fully break off of what we were just talking about. Because the next news article that came out, other than the fact that Wynn said that this change will come as quickly as possible, is OPSU then came out and put out this. Ontario's beer and wine liberation plan is dangerous to women. It's unfair and could cause more violence against women. That's what OPSU said next.
It's the same tripe that the guys from the aluminum cans are putting out. It's just union hype and propaganda, whatever, to get people panicked and all this shit.
It's fucking scare tactics.
Absolutely.
It's fucking bullshit.
It's worse than scare tactics. Like, that's just complete and utter ridiculousness.
Yeah, it's a total
fallacy. This guy's all for temperance, it sounds like. So that's fine. Then get rid of beer and alcohol altogether. If they're so concerned about violence against women, if they truly are, when it comes to alcohol consumption in the province of Ontario, it should be prohibition. That's what you're concerned about.
Here's the greatest thing. There was some great comments that came up when I posted this thing. First, the puntet was because only wife beaters will buy their beer at a grocery store with a face palm. Then there was Ed from a certain brewery that we love, who brought up this: I can't wait to start smacking the wife around after I get me some beer from a grocery store.
She'd smack you around, Ed.
And well, I actually sent him that. I sent him a private message and said, I'm pretty sure Vanessa can take you. But she commented next, which was, some people are truly absurd. Talk about a desperate attempt of fear-mongering. Beyond ridiculous. And then a person on this cast had a great comment too, which was, I guess buying beer at the beer store in LCBO is so relaxing that the wife beaters take a night off when they go home.
So fucking transparent and stupid. I mean, I can't believe they even thought they could put that out there. I guess it must sway some fucking people, some fucking reclusive assholes, and living in there.
They put it out there, and it was out there for a few days, and then yesterday this happened. The LCBO union head is pulling back on his claim that wine and beer in grocery stores would increase violence against women. So yesterday he came out saying, "Oh, maybe I was wrong.
Maybe he misspoke."
Lee, I gotta say, you're looking a little under the weather.
Yeah, well, what can I do? It's my new slim figure. I know the heroin chic is not fashionable of everybody, but you don't have to point it out like this, Devin. You don't have to shame me for being thinner now, man.
Just wasn't sure if you had a cold or something, that's all.
That's terrible. God damn it, Devin.
Guys, I still can't figure out how to get a goddamn picture.
You have
when I'm not talking.
You just turn your camera off. If you have a picture on your YouTube account that you've uploaded, it will pop that up instead of just like a blank picture of nothing.
Instead of when I'm not talking, that'll happen.
Well, here's the thing. You currently have your camera set up. Do you have a YouTube account? I assume you must.
I have no idea.
Oh, because if you uploaded a picture to your YouTube or your Google Plus, it will use that picture if you turn your camera off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because, sometimes when we're talking, I want to pick my nose or something, so I just don't want everyone to see that when I'm not talking.
You got too much beer, no one's going to see that.
Oh, perfect.
Do you have any comments there, King of Beer Tube?
I don't know, let's see. Come on, damn it.
I did see that someone brought up Gold Dust in the chat from the WWF. That's awesome.
That was just me referencing Joe.
Well, Dave Zodiac thanked you for the invite, Mr. Rhino. Although apparently he didn't jump on it. Winter's Coming says, I read Whiny Bastard is coming to the LCPO.
It actually was at the LCBO today, but since it didn't have a price on it, I didn't grab it. I'm going to figure it's going to be $18 or more.
No, they dropped the price. I think it's $14.95 now.
Ooh, see, I would have grabbed a couple bottles of this year's Whiny Bastard.
Pallet Wrecker.
Yeah, it's up here in Waterloo now.
Yeah, I'll have to do a comparison between last year's one, which I.
Well, that's the
paid
thing.
like
I would have bought
19
two
bucks.
bottles. I would have bought 2 bottles for that price, and I would have reviewed one, and then I would have saved one for when the guys were here, and then we would have done mine side by side.
Whiny Bastard. That was a tasty beer.
It is a very tasty beer. Any other comments there, Lisa?
No, that's it. John from Kingston's watching and says, hey, that's about it.
No, he's sleeping in his chair.
Probably.
Whatever happened to the guy that was peeing in growlers?
He got his dick caught in one of them and had an unfortunate accident and died.
Jesus.
Yeah, it had a chip finish in the mouth there and snagged it off.
So
he bled from his penis. He bled to death from his penis.
We've talked about we talked about this last week and a few weeks ago and all that. Grand River Brewing's labels. I don't have one of their original labels. I don't know if any of you have any of them. But this was the labels that came out after the original labels. I bought a couple bottles when I was at the LCBO today, just because I needed some drinking beer and it was like $3 a bottle. So here's the Plowman's Ale, which was the upgrade. The label I said was horrible, but was an upgrade. And remember how I was talking about shitty labels that came out after that, which this is the other label. This is the new labels now. This is what they look like now.
Yeah.
That's their label, really?
This is their labels now.
It's not terrible. Better than the penny saver stuff they had before.
Well, this was the second. This was the second upgrade. This was the first upgrade, I should say. This is the second upgrade.
Yeah, it looks like a completely different brewery.
Yeah. And then the very first one was that construction paper with 2 colors. And a line, just a line. That was the second color. A V.
That's great. They got the old Corel draw going there, baby. They got the old Corel. Someone's still using it. It's good to see someone still using an old program like that. Classics. Classics never die. Grand River, you got it okay with me. That's the road. Back in the NWA days, you still using the Corel draw. It was big back then, baby.
NWA.
NWO. Boom, boom, boom. Hey. No one remembers. Anybody remember the Wolfpack?
Cue the porno music, baby.
For life.
Too sweet for life, baby. You know how I'm saying.
Turned out to be a handful of years, but...
Those are some good years, though.
I loved the WCW back then. Wow. Who didn't, though?
If I had a toothpick right now, I'd fling it at the fucking webcam.
That's all right. You don't have to throw the toothpick to know that you like Scott Hall. You got that substance abuse problem going on there,
Yes,
baby. It's gonna ruin your life.
Everybody's got a vice, though. Everybody's got a vice, baby.
Right. You and Jake Roberts is gonna go back into DDP yoga and get yourself straight.
Okay. So, last news story we really have is craft brewers would get a tax break under this federal NDP proposal. One new Democrat MP's love of craft beer has bubbled into a new proposal. where there would be a tax credit for anyone that makes under 15,001 hectoliters of beer per fiscal year. That isn't a huge amount of craft breweries, but that is a good portion of craft breweries. It would be great to see anything that makes the growth bigger. I mean, we all sit here and we think that it's a big war on small versus big, but at the same time, it isn't. This is keeping money in the country and employing a lot more people. And the faster these breweries grow, the more these breweries can grow, the more jobs can happen in all aspects of the industry, in retail, in manufacturing, in distribution. Everything can grow by these breweries growing.
Yep. At the end of the day, that's the angle you use. Look at all the jobs from different connected industries that you can show will happen if you support this brewery and let it grow.
McDonald's, for instance, right? There's a lot of news articles out there about McDonald's might close. It won't close. If Burger King can stay open, McDonald's can stay open. First off, but everybody's like, "Oh, I wouldn't care. I'm not going to miss a Big Mac." You got to think. First off, there's like 20,000 people employed by McDonald's across the country. Then there is their uniform company. Their only contract is with McDonald's. Half those people are gone. Brower Shipping has only one contract. McDonald's. They're all gone. Like, there are so many interconnecting jobs that are lost. In the end, you would lose like 45,000 jobs across the country by McDonald's leaving. But because you don't like Big Macs, it's okay. And the person that posted this article and was talking about it, she's like, well, a whole bunch of family-owned businesses might open, and farmers, and I was talking about farmers, all the farmers that work for them, the dairy farmers, the beef farmers, the egg farmers. Oh, well, all those farmers could join CFSAs. Are you an idiot? What bank is going to give people money to go fucking open up a fucking restaurant when 40,000 people just lost their jobs? What bank? Tell me. People have to start thinking about this stuff. It doesn't matter if you like craft and small or not. These places have to be around until jobs can be made to replace these people. Yep.
And I mean, like, for hangover's sake, McDonald's has got to stay open.
Yeah, I mean, A&W is there, but that your whole wallet's gone then. I just went to the bar. I need something to eat. $25, please.
I had my car breakdown a couple weekends ago, and I'm in the vicinity of like McDonald's across the street and LCBO across the other street. And once the battery got changed and I knew I had to get it towed, I just went and bought like 8 cheeseburgers and a couple of 40s of malt liquor, and told myself I would deal with it all tomorrow. And I mean, if that was like a Union Burger or something, I couldn't do that shit.
There you go. You hear Devin is apologizing. He's an apologist for McDonald's. He's sitting there talking about how great they are. No, but the reality is Burger King isn't going to push McDonald's out of anything. There's plenty of space, plenty of customers for both. I mean, just every little rinky-dink fucking small town here in Nova Scotia has a fucking Burger King and a fucking McDonald's, for fuck's sakes. And
usually a Wendy's, an A&W.
And sometimes 2 or 3 fucking Tim Hortons all in the same fucking street, for fuck's sakes. I mean, come on.
McDonald's is always busy, though. Like, Burger King's never busy.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's all these articles talking about McDonald's closing. I'm sorry, if a fast food joint is closing in Canada, it's going to be fucking Burger King. Burger King is the first one to go. And it's not that I don't like Burger King. I mean, I can get behind a good Whopper every once in a while, but Burger King's fucking dead all the time. I'm actually surprised Wendy's is still open after Burger King ended up buying Timmy's, because you would think that Burger King would start forcing Wendy's out of the Timmy's buildings, because most of those buildings are owned by Tim Hortons, and Wendy's just contracted in.
I don't know. I mean, they sort of had the same situation with a lot of the Taco Bell things when they started combining Taco Bell with KFC and shit like that.
But Taco Bell and KFC are owned by the same company.
Yeah.
Prism owns them both.
Yeah, and that's dangerous.
Wendy's is its own company, and so is Tim Hortons. They just shared a building.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just a lot of fat, obese, lazy people who like to eat junk food, and the more options they have, the better. That's all there is to it.
Good day, Matt.
How you doing?
Sorry, we're basically out of topics because nobody wanted to talk about the topics we had.
What topic?
Well, we all just sort of agreed with you and moved on. It's not like we had to expand on anything.
Yeah.
Did you want me to make up arguments and tell you how wrong you were? I mean,
Viewers, if you have anything at all, to the 10 people we have, which is amazing because we dropped down to 4 earlier because of the Dusty Rhodes impersonation.
no, it wasn't because of the Dusty Rhodes
us what you want.
impersonation. It was because you were boring people with your topics.
I wasn't even talking because I couldn't get through the fucking 4 Dusty Rhodes going on.
No, I'm pretty sure it was your topics. I'm pretty sure.
What were the topics tonight?
Talking about Dusty Rhodes? You can't be talking about Dusty Rhodes like that.
The topics tonight were the breweries that took up the ownership offer, the fundraiser that the big guys said no to, and then the LCBO picketed. The LCBO saying that grocery store sales would cause more people beating women. Yeah.
Unsubscribe to that cocksucker.
People can't even decide over which ramen noodles to buy. Imagine putting a couple beer choices in a grocery store on top of that in those crowded goddamn aisles. No one's gonna benefit.
Oh man, I can't imagine fucking Food Basics or fucking No Frills with beer. Those two. will
Oh,
drive
can you
me
imagine
insane.
No Frills? You put
Sales day with fucking beer in there. Here's your average fucking bum trying to get his beer, his Bud Light or something, and here's like the 15,000 families trying to get their $2.99 bag, 10-pound bag of rice flying past them.
It's like the biggest Italian grocery store in the city, and you throw in like Peroni and Buretta Moretti or whatever the hell it is. It's gonna go nuts in the falls.
People are gonna get.
Terry K's most hated beer, Beer Moretti.
No, you get all the Italian beers here in the falls because we're the falls. And
The safest time to go grocery shopping in the falls is during Catholic Church Mass time. Honestly. It's the only time you're safe. As if it's fucking after 11 o'clock on a Sunday, you are fucked.
Because we do have one.
Especially if it's No Frills.
We do have one comment from John Critch. He asks, this is more of a question for Rhino and anyone else from Ontario here for that matter, but in your opinions, what is the quintessential barley wine in Ontario?
Ooh. Beer de Zeus is fucking amazing.
That was good.
Other than Beer de Zeus, what else is that?
I'm an idiot.
What's that?
Sorry, I was just reading a comment from Joe.
Fuck
Just realized I was an idiot. That's all.
Doesn't Mill Street have a barley wine?
Mill Street has a barley wine, but is it quintessential? No, not really.
Did it not used to be though? Was it not like?
It's always been. Well, I shouldn't say it's always. Years ago, it was really good, and it's been faltering year by year. Basically, now you're just paying for the bottle.
Didn't they recall
but
it this
the
year?
LCBO still had it on the shelf. I took a picture of it and sent it to Steve. I'm like, I thought you recalled this because it was so bad. Look at this. This is like a month after your recall, and it's still on the shelf. And he told me to just shut up. Yeah. What was the? Oh. So yeah, the Beard of Zeus. What was the one from Refined Fool and the one from Forked River? Those were both good too.
Forked Rivers was Vindication because I just had a bottle that I aged for a year, just recently, and it was pretty good. The one from Refined Fool, what the hell was that?
That one was actually amazing. The one from Refined Fool, I just can't remember it.
Are you thinking of did they do a barley wine or was it their quad?
Oh no, the quad was to die for. That was
Strike 4.
Strike 4, yeah.
Did they do a bar? I don't think they did a barley wine.
Bose did a wheat wine, which is basically a barley wine.
Wellington did a wheat wine this year too. That Sleet Wheat. I don't think it was in the LC. I know their Frostquake was in the LC.
Frostquake was a barley wine, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Frostquake was a bourbon barrel aged barley wine, which was actually really, really good. It was probably the best beer I've ever had from Wellington.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. We had that, and they also did one I think called Yuletide this year. They had 2 barley wines.
Yeah, but Yuletide wasn't Frostquake.
Didn't the Niagara Teaching College do barley wine? Wasn't that the Rudolph?
Ooh, Rudolph's Red Nose, and then they're just regular barley wine. Their ice-aged barley wine is really good. Rudolph's Red Nose I don't really count because it's not really Niagara College's. It's John Downing's, and it's kind of unfair.
It's not really all that, and it's not already that good either.
Well, it matters what year you're getting too, because he gives them the recipe, and then I mean, just following a recipe, every single brewer will do it slightly different. Still, even following the recipe.
Yeah.
So the original year it came out was the first year of Niagara College being like the Niagara College Teaching Brewery being open, and that year he did it. After that, he gave it to the students as a project, and the students did it all together. He goes, "Here's my recipe, make my beer." And then some years it's amazing, some years it's one of the worst things you've ever drank. And it's the same recipe, it's just how they brewed it.
Yeah.
I thought this year it was like 7.5% or something. I didn't buy it from the college, but I had it at a bar, and 7.5% barley wine doesn't sound right to me.
No, it was very. Sorry, go ahead.
It's a matter of getting it out as well. Because of the style of beer, it takes quite some time of maturation for a full, proper barley wine to get it. The natural characteristics come from the aged hop bitterness, which at the time of brewing is quite high. So when new breweries or anyone comes out with a barley wine around the wintertime, often come out with barley wine style ale, because you'll still pick up on a bit of a hop presence because they just can't keep that stuff at the shop for so long before they have to get it out. So it's more common to see a barley wine style ale which comes out, which is close enough. So when you Ontario, there could be a comparison between styles.
Is that me or?
No, he's breaking up. Chris, you're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, Chris, you're breaking up bad tonight. You're like me, like months ago before I got rid of Norden.
You started really good and then it just went to shit.
And we're not saying anything bad because we love having you here. You actually bring in some great insight. Just tonight, you're breaking up like a motherfucker.
Yeah, but don't take it to heart, baby, because it wasn't as bad as the albino rhino. When the albino rhino breaks up, he breaks up in a fucking pieces. He's like a goddamn.
I just shatter. It's like gone. But yeah,
he's like a goddamn Tiku falling on the goddamn floor.
Niagara College does a huge batch of it too, and they keep stuff for the next year. Like this year, I was able to buy last year's, and then last year's and the year before that barrel aged, and then the fresh bottle from this year. So I mean, John does it right for what he should be doing, and he doesn't charge an exorbitant amount when he's charging you for it. And because the college is there's also a winery at the college, he does the ice aged stuff too, which basically just tastes like apple brandy. So if you like apple brandy, the ice aged barley wine from Niagara College is the way to fucking go.
Yeah.
Don't get their chocolate mead though; that tastes like shit. Yeah, probably Beard of Zeus. Beard of Zeus, the
Beard of Zeus,
the Rudolph's Red Nose, and the Ice Age barley wine from Niagara College, and what was the Gilgamesh? I think was the Bose wheat wine. That's actually probably another one that I'd put up there.
That would count. Wheat wine is essentially barley wine, just a different style of American barley wine.
I did enjoy the Beard of Zeus quite a bit.
Yeah, the Beard of Zeus was almost perfect. I mean, it was amazing.
That's a good beer. That's a great beer. Yeah.
The shit. What was the last one you mentioned? The Bose one. I wasn't a big fan.
Gilgamesh.
Yeah, wasn't it rum barrel aged or something like that?
Yes, I do believe so.
I'm not a big rum fan anyway, so. But yeah, it wasn't for me so much.
That was very Italian, that burp. Very basil-y and oregano-y. Mm.
Nice with that.
Let's see here. Mr. Lovecraft says, "LOL, Dusty Roads for the win." So people do appreciate the Dusty Roads.
Shut your mouth.
Winter is Coming says, "Having trouble getting behind smoked beers. Tastes like drinking day-old ashes." And Mr. Lovecraft agrees with that.
See, there are some smoked beers that are amazing. Some smoked beers taste like fucking bacon, and how can you not want to drink bacon? And then some, yeah, I don't want to touch them. The Nutcracker Porter in Scotch barrels Tasted like fucking licking a railway tie. No thank you.
Awesome.
One and done for the Rhino. He only did it once on a dare. He's licked that railroad tie, and he's like, I'm not doing that again, babe.
Phillips out of BC did a Rosh beer aged in whiskey barrels. It was awesome.
Ooh. What was it, like Scotch barrels, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Right on.
See, the thing with a smoked beer is it actually has 3 levels. It's, oh my god, it's amazing. Usually it tastes like bacon. Okay, this is good. It has that smoky flavor. Or what the fuck did I just drink? Those are the 3 levels I have. There's nothing in between. It's like a 1 out of 10, a 6 out of 10, or a 9 out of 10. That's it. It's like, oh my god, it's amazing. Okay, whatever. It's drinkable. Like say, so oh my god, it's amazing. I don't know. The first Voodoo Donut beer was actually really good for me. It was bacon. The maple bacon beer. There was one of the 2 Roche beers from X, whatever the fuck, from Germany.
Yeah, just the regular ones fucking superb.
Then okay, it's drinkable. Smoked beers, Apocalypse Now. Okay, sure, whatever. And then what the fuck did I just drink? The barrel aged Nutcracker Porter. Like, why the fuck did I ingest that? This is fucking disgusting.
I didn't mind that at all.
I don't mind Nutcracker Porter on its own. Nutcracker Porter is great, but the barrel aged version, he can fuck himself. That's right, Ken. I told you in person, and I'm saying it again. You can fuck yourself.
Really, we had a bottle of it split at the brewery, and it was awesome, I thought.
That's great.
But yeah, it's all subjective, anyways, right?
It is.
But,
yeah. You might like it. I told him he can fuck himself.
I quite enjoyed it.
And that's what he likes about me, because I'm honest to him. Actually, here's something else that comes up. Greg talked about this, and Greg, I'll let you explain it. What is Epiphany number 2, Greg?
Is that when you've aged it in your fridge for 2 weeks?
Well, Epiphany number 1, just for anyone that doesn't know, Epiphany number 1 was from Black Oak. It was a quad aged on cherry wood, and I personally thought it was fucking amazing. Most people that drank it that I know of really liked it, and maybe not amazing, but a lot of people liked it. But what's Epiphany number 2? Is Greg here, or should I say it?
Even if Greg is here, baby, you can just say it.
Epiphany number 2 will be an Imperial Pilsner.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of that.
You go from, oh my fucking god, here's my cherry wood aged quad, to, hi, here's my Imperial Pilsner. Please like it just as much.
Here's a beer that has a big chance of sucking.
And it comes out in April, so hopefully I'll have 2 bottles, one for myself to review and one for the guys that come down.
Yeah, hopefully you do not have that extra bottle for everybody. No one wants to drink that piss. Let's be clear.
Epiphany. Epiphany.
Big Chad Vader, it is not Vader time.
It's time. Oh, here's my next beer for tonight. It'll be the French Press Vanilla Stout from Double Trouble Brewing.
Oh yeah.
I don't like the way that guy's smiling.
8% alcohol, and it has natural vanilla flavor.
Have you had that yet, or no?
Yes, I have. And
Okay.
do I like it? It's okay. Drinkable.
Arby's girl enjoys it a fair bit.
Oh, okay. So I know
I
not to
think-
go drinking with Arby's girl.
I think I kind of like it better than the Mill Street one lately, to be honest.
So I know not to go drinking with you or Arby's girl.
Well, I wouldn't, I normally don't want to go out and have a ton of pints of a vanilla anything, really. Yeah.
I bought an Ola Dove 21 year yesterday for $9 a bottle. It's cheaper than it was last time it was here, so I had to grab it.
Shit.
And it hit Niagara Falls. Like, who in Niagara Falls is paying $9 for a bottle of beer? Just me. So why would you get more than 2 or 3 of them?
Yeah, I don't live there anymore, so just you.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything I've scored recently that was particularly amazing. Actually, I did did pick up some of that Petrus old ale
that stuff's
or
awesome.
whatever it was. I picked up 4 bottles the first time I was there. Kristen and I had one, and then my brother was up and spent the weekend, and I had one with him and his wife, and they both really liked it. So when I went to the LC, I think it was last night, they had 1 bottle left, so I grabbed it. So I think I still have 2 left, but even I brought in a bottle to work, and everyone was like pleasantly surprised with how it's just a great beer, like super tart, but and I don't mean that in a bad way, but it was just I don't think what any of us were expecting. It was great.
I agree. I love that beer.
The one
And
guy.
you can't tell it's 7.3% alcohol.
No, the one guy I work with said he had the Old Bruin or whatever it is. I think it's like their Flanders, and he said it was just kind of okay. But he was like really impressed with the one I brought in. Is someone drowning right now in a bathtub?
We can only hope that, Dev. Road Warrior Dev, I got a question to ask you, baby. You said you drank that Forked River Vindication a year and a half old or so. How is that?
Yeah. It was really good. I had it young and I had it older. I feel like it's
You're
smooth
talking
out.
about beer, baby, right?
What's that?
Nothing, baby. Go on.
I feel like it's smoothed out a lot. I think I still have a bottle from this year that I'm pretty sure I have one that's aging still. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I might have brought it into work. I can't remember, but I may have another bottle kicking around.
Because I still have the one that you gave me, baby. And I've been aging that like a champ. Because I am just I am a heavyweight champion.
I don't even remember giving you one of those, so I just sit on it even longer, man. Why not? Like,
there's a high probability I stole that from you, baby. But I think you gave it to me.
Well, I probably did.
Because you are a nice individual.
Well, I miss you coming up to Niagara and hanging out.
Dev, I really don't miss it. No, Dev, are you coming to the Chad Fest the night before and to the actual fest again with Obby's girl?
I'll probably work in the festival, so it won't be as much fun. But I will still have my beard for the festival, but I am shaving it shortly after.
I see.
So you'll get to see it in person one last time.
Dustin Rhodes doesn't know how to react to this news.
Yeah, everyone just is completely silent. Sorry, boys, but
I feel like it could help
That's
you in a
terrible,
lot of
Brody.
areas.
Brody don't want to shave no beers.
I gots to.
I like to call him Road Warrior
Wait, did you
Dev.
just say you have to shave your beard?
Yeah, I'm going to in May.
Why?
I'm gonna get my neck tattooed, and I kind of need to see where the fuck it's gonna go. So that the beard's a little bit of an obstruction.
But wait, if you are you gonna regrow the beard afterwards?
I might just grow like mutton chops or something. I don't know.
Because I was gonna say that'd be a waste of a tattoo then, wouldn't it?
I might do something real greasy after. I don't know. We'll see.
No, you're making us.
You know what? If hair
instead of
growing,
tattooing your neck, tattoo your dick.
I was gonna say if hair growing was a waste of a tattoo, then my whole back is just useless.
Too much information, baby. Too much.
Yeah, we're going down the wrong road. Where's Ethan Flair with 3-year-old articles that we can discuss? By the way,
anyway, no.
Greg, aka Bylog, not the one that talks about Smoke Gouda, but that other Greg, he is no longer in the chat, and he is very upset about that. He cannot get back in, and he blames me. But I said, I'm Dustin Rhodes, baby. I'm not Joe. And he would like another invite, but
But there's 10 of us in, and all I can do is block him, like last week.
Well, yeah, he said if you block him again, that's going to be problematic. And I said, that's okay. I don't want to talk to you, Greg.
Yo, this voice is killing me, dude.
It's a little painful.
It's so funny, but so bad. Like
It is, baby. It's so bad. It's okay, though. That's part of it.
This
It's like a little bit of Dusty Rhodes mixing with the ladies, man. You can understand.
Are you actually a Dusty Rhodes fan, though?
I love
I
this
can't
Dusty
damn right.
Rhodes. Back in the 80s, Dusty Rhodes, not
You
the
just
90s.
loved Hulk Hogan. That's what I pictured.
Dusty Rhodes was a fucking man.
Or
Apparently,
Disco Inferno, or someone like that.
apparently Bradley Flair is not a fan of the common man. Bradley Flair.
Kind of
That's
snobbish.
deep research in there, baby.
You think you're the upper crust? You don't have the upper crust. You got
I'm
everything.
not
Handed to you,
saying
Bradley.
anything bad
They should
against
get Gold
Dusty
Dust
Rhodes.
as a tag team partner with Dusty Rhodes. I know that they did it when he was Dustin, but they should do it now.
Dusty Rhodes is 70-something now. I don't think he's wrestling anymore.
It'd be
Why
awesome,
not?
though.
Every once in a while, you still see fucking Flair in the ring.
One
Yeah, but
last
Flair needs the
album.
money. That's the difference. Flair didn't save any fucking money.
and he parties like he's still like 30 years old, baby. He's like 65 now. Still acting like a young cat.
He still likes to hang out with John Cena and do drinking contests and shit.
John Cena.
I'm pretty sure he can still put on like 5-star matches with Ricky Steamboat, even in his old age. I mean, if you look at him, you look at Hulk Hogan, baby, who do you say could still go?
Ray.
Definitely not Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan could barely walk,
Hogan
baby.
can barely get over the rope.
Yeah, Hulkamania is no longer alive, even though we tried to say it is. He's dead and buried, baby. I don't know what
Well,
he's
his hips and back are so fucked up now he can't even do his leg drop anymore without injuring himself. That's how bad it is.
He
That's
loses
probably-
an inch of height per leg drop. At this point, really.
See, Lee, you can pinpoint when Hulk Hogan actually got injured.
You
He
knew
picked up the 1,500-pound Andre the Giant and slammed him in front of like 87 million fans, and it was the
You knew
great.
that Hulk Hogan's career was on the downfall when he started doing fucking American Gladiator.
I'm pretty sure it's when he started doing anything but wrestling, baby. Anything but wrestling.
What was his name on American Gladiator?
No, he was the host.
Oh.
Oh, that was like in 2007. His
Where is
career
the
went into shit long
movies?
before that.
He had some good movies.
Oh yeah.
Those didn't help.
The Nanny?
Yeah, the Nanny. Come on, baby.
Oh, Mr. Nanny?
Mr. Nanny.
That's a classic.
Oh, Mr. Nanny doesn't matter with a shit movie.
Mr. Nanny, Santa of Muscles, Thunder in Paradise.
That's the one I remember, Thunder in Paradise.
Suburban Commando. Suburban Commando.
Suburban
Who would've-
Commando.
Come to think of it, Hulk Hogan was pretty
Oh,
good
Urban
actor,
Commando's
too.
awesome, man. And the Undertaker's like the intergalactic villain.
Yeah.
I find it really hard to believe that he was able to transition from professional wrestling to acting. It
Well, if you
just
call-
blows my mind.
If
I
you
don't
call
know.
that acting, then you have some loose definitions of what he's
I'm picking up your
transitioning into.
sarcasm. Road Warrior Dev, your sarcasm is at an all-time high, baby.
Am
I'm
I
picking up what you're putting down.
Road Warrior Dev?
That's a compliment for sure.
Yeah, baby, I don't know if you're a hawk or animal, but you are part of the Road Warriors from this point forward.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
What a rush!
I mean, is there any other topics? Because I don't think so.
No, unless a viewer gives us a topic, we're out.
Yeah, come on, viewers. We're dying here. We're fucking dying here.
Turned into a wrestling chat.
This is terrible. The one chat I joined in on is just fucking bombed.
Dev, by terrible, I think you mean amazing, baby. We embrace your presence, Road Warrior Dev. I feel like you should respect us. We are like 18-time world champions combined. What have you done? You grew a thick beard, that's about it. I mean, you joined up with Inocente, and all they do is make beers with play on words. I mean, no one really cares. Let's be honest.
You know, I do some of the naming there, just so you know.
And that's why it's probably so terrible, Road Warrior Dev. It's pretty terrible. You should probably not do a play on words anymore. I say that from the bottom of my heart, Dev. I love you. I mean, I really do, buddy.
I do see a comment from Aaron Duchette, although he was replying to Winter is Coming on the topic of smoked beers. He says, last year's Hornby's Black Magic Woman Imperial Stout with some form of smoked malt came to the LCBO. Drank one last night. a year on it, and it was tasty, apparently.
That Black Magic Woman was tasty fucking fresh.
Yeah. I never had it. I don't think probably more than 2 people had it in this pattern.
Mr. Lovecraft says best movie of a wrestler was They Live with Roddy Piper. End of discussion. I agree.
Oh, Roddy Piper was a good friend of mine, baby. It's a little crazy. He's a little crazy.
What was that movie he was in where he could see aliens with comic book glasses?
That's They Live.
They Live.
Oh, classic.
His
I love
best movie was Hell Goes to Frogtown. Okay?
No, that was the second best movie. Sorry.
I feel
You
like
were wrong.
I feel like Terry Funk being in Roadhouse was pretty significant in its time, baby.
Terry Funk was in Roadhouse?
Yeah, he was in Roadhouse. There was a couple wrestlers in Roadhouse.
I know there was a couple wrestlers in Roadhouse, but I didn't know Terry Funk was in there.
Oh, yeah, maybe Terry Funk.
Who was Terry Funk in Roadhouse?
He was one of the
That's in a bar fight. He's a goon, right?
Yeah.
He got his ass kicked by Patrick Swayze multiple times.
He was also in a Sylvester Stallone movie. Him and a bunch of wrestlers were back in 1978. I can't remember the name of the fucking movie, but.
Also, Chris, I missed your comment over here. The reference to Greg is when we start talking about the smoked Gouda and other fine cheeses. He likes to randomly point that out in beer reviews what they pair with. So, you know.
His name ain't Duster Rose. His name is Mustard Rose.
It's Mustard Rose. He likes those dang cheeses, baby. He likes those dang cheeses. He likes the gorgonzolas. And the blue cheeses.
Man.
Lots flinging and flying.
That's right. Beverly Hillbillies all over that shit.
I would like to thank Lagunitas for sending me the free beer.
Yeah. Best beer ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish I could just give you that chop across the chest. Maybe in succession, you know?
Multiple chop.
Bradley Flair, would you yell out a woo when you do that?
I would be
Mr. Flair.
wooing after everyone.
The Ric Flair flop is...
Brew under review is chopping his chest in the ground hamburger. That man has a family, goddammit.
Ric Flair was the shit.
The Ric Flair flop is my favorite sporting move across all sports, across all arts.
He climbed the top rope. You're like, nope, you're gonna get thrown off.
I'd like to give an honorable mention to Greg the Hammer Valentine for his ability to flop also. Not quite in Ric Flair, not to Ric Flair's level, but very close.
Yeah, Greg the Hammer Valentine only flopped, but he drooped too. But that was his body. Yeah. That was his body that was drooping.
Also, his inferior figure 4-leg lock, that was pretty silly. I was gonna say it was pretty silly. No one can replicate the Ric Flair figure 4-leg lock. They try, but they cannot do it.
How about the People's Elbow?
We are talking about classic wrestling. Big Ted Beta.
Hey. Technically, he's considered a classic now.
Hey, he is, but he's the rock.
Generation X.
I hated all the WWF at that point and didn't watch it.
That's not classic at all, you Rudy Poo candy ass.
Yeah.
Dev, I wanted to ask you another question. What other good beers does Fork River make, Dev?
What's that?
It doesn't matter what other beers they make, baby.
God.
Oh, no.
Who is the biggest wrestling craft beer enthusiast?
I'll see you later, Chris.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No, I'm gonna say Jake the Snake Roberts. He was the alcoholic.
Yeah, but he didn't like craft beer. He liked any beer.
I like how Steve Austin transitioned from Steve Weisers to Sierra Nevada Torpedo Extra IPA. I don't understand.
No way. He was doing
big flats in the ring.
His friggin' podcasts where he talks about beer are amazing.
Did you get the one where you interviewed the dude from Sierra Nevada?
Yeah, he went to Sierra Nevada. He had a nice tour. He tried some of the new beers, and he was very impressed, baby. He was not drinking Steve Weisers that day. I'll tell you that much.
I thought his favorite beer was it was Stone's Enjoy by 316.
He should do that. He should go to Stone and do that. Ewart would support that.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
I knew I did not like Steve Austin.
Steve Austin likes the Sierra Nevada though. He says fuck Stone. Pretty sure he's not a big Stone fan.
See, it should be Jimmy the Mouth from the South versus Greg Cook in a ladder match.
I'm pretty sure Jimmy Hart would win that one, baby. He'd probably hit him in the head with the microphone.
That's right, he smacked him over the head with the microphone.
Yeah,
even at like 60, he'd still win that fight.
No, he'd use the microphone.
He'd use the megaphone. That's how we roll, baby.
Mouth from the South, he's dirty.
What about Greg Cook versus Elizabeth?
She's dead, so he'd win.
Yeah.
She'd still lose. He would still lose.
I don't think he would there.
That's like him versus Colbert.
Colbert has supernatural abilities even in his death, baby, so I'm pretty sure he could win. But Elizabeth, no, she's dead in the ground, baby.
Oh, yes, I'll come back from the dead.
So, does Stone Cold actually like craft beer now?
He does. He's a big fan.
Really?
Yep.
That's so fun.
I remember like his podcast all the time. Like he'll talk about going to restaurants and they'll complain that they don't have any good IPAs on tap.
And then he gives everyone Stone Cold Stunners because of their lack to provide him with a craft beer.
Just gives the waitress a stunner. That's like.
And then he flips the bird to everyone, even kids and stuff. He is ruthless, baby. He doesn't care. You need to provide him with Torpedo Extra IPA, otherwise he is pissed off.
It'd been so like with all like the beer crap he did. Imagine him doing this with like bourbon stouts and stuff, like just smashing cans of it on his face and just drinking them. It'd be hilarious.
He'll do a Hetty Topper. They throw him cans of Hetty Topper in there.
Oh yeah, you gotta drink that out of the can.
I think he's doing a beer. Like he was in talks to like get a beer made or some shit too. So yeah.
I feel like we should all brainstorm and find his P.O. box and send him a nice beer mail of our favorite beers. Maybe we'll get a shout out on his podcast or something, baby. That would be pretty
people have sent him beer.
Oh,
sent him beer.
It'd be cool. It'd be funny if he did something where it was like, you know, like the Rocky Mountain Cold, like Coors does, but it's like not ready until it's stone cold, and it just turns color in the fucking fridge.
Once it turns black and blue. Raining on Your Parade says the state of Maine is now open on the map for world-class DIPAs. Foundation Brewing Company from Portland, Maine, where I live. It's called Epony Maine IPA at 8% ABV. I got a 16-ounce can that was under 2 weeks old. Tropical fruits, touch of funk, which I believe came from the Mosaic hop. I've never been so proud of a Maine brewery. The fans of Stone enjoyed by Victory Hop Ranch will love this beer.
Raining on Your Parade is the arch nemesis of One U with Steamboat. They do not get along with one another.
I can't handle this voice.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Road Warrior Dev.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
That's what you get from missing like a month and a half straight of BDUs, baby. And you come in and you think everything's going to be peachy keen. It's not so peachy, is it? It is not.
To be honest, normally we brew on Wednesdays, and it's always like a later day. So by the time I get home, I shower and I get ready for the next day, and for me to chime in while I'm cooking crap, it'd just be an asshole move, so I don't.
Well, this voice is also an asshole move, and I don't care.
Clearly.
I don't really care. Winter is coming, like I said, baby. We can do this in the cage. We can do the old school WWE blue cage. I mean, that doesn't matter to me. Helen Marcel. That's really not doing anything, Big Cat Vader. I don't know what you're doing.
I was trying to cheat. Trying to cheat with some Vader.
So Matt of Massive Bay Reviews, how was your CBS, baby? I thought you had that for your 200th. It was fantastic, was it not?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Hey, Matt, you
That's
Hey,
You know
don't
what?
be changing the topic, Big Chat Vader. We'll talk about CBS, baby. You can change the topic. Yeah, I got an opinion.
What's up?
Do you know Lubru?
Yeah.
Okay, he's the guy that keeps telling me to get you to bring certain beers up when you come up in May.
Oh, he does. Yeah, he's a friend of mine, Ryan. He's we hung out. We hang out every now and then, brew beer and shit like that. He's a good guy. What is he telling you to? What is he telling you for me to bring up there?
I don't even remember. We were talking about beers, and I'm like, I can't get those up here. Oh, they're all over Pennsylvania. Get Matt to bring them up in May.
Bootlegging, baby, bootlegging. That's what I do.
It's just that easy.
Yes, it is.
If I wasn't drinking, I could probably remember because I just responded to one of his comments a few hours ago, and now I can't remember a thing that he said.
Where did he post these questions to you, baby? Was it the Facebook? If the Facebook did bring it up, then tell us about it.
No, it wasn't the Facebook. It was on the YouTubes.
Oh, the YouTubes.
Matt, are you coming up for the festival?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Him and Paul are getting in the same car. They're driving straight through to Southern Ontario, baby. Gonna meet up with you.
It's not the Jaguar, is it?
No, it's definitely not the Jaguar. That thing hasn't moved since last year.
The Jaguar is still in the same spot.
No,
is it really? Jesus.
I'm gonna probably push the drive just so I can make Paul listen to like fucking New Kids on the Block or something the whole way there.
I think you should record this and post this as a video on your channel because I would love.
You know what? You really should. You should get a memory stick that has like death metal at the front. Like the first two songs are death metal from Paul, and then all of a sudden you get New Kids on the Block like Hangin' Tough, and record his response when Hangin' Tough comes on, and have it so that he can't change the song. He has to listen to Hangin' Tough.
Sandbag him.
I'm pretty sure it's all an act, and Paul loves New Kids on the Block. Some Backstreet Boys.
I'm just curious as to where the Premier League will be, so that Matt and I can have a little chat by the time he's up here.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. Why? Who do you like again?
I'm a Man U fan, but
yeah.
One thing is though, like I if I have to lose to anyone, I'd rather it be Arsenal. I fucking hate Man City and Chelsea, so.
Well, yeah, I mean they're both super douchebags, but you know, one's
Arsenal
a war
all the way.
And I have been to Emirates Stadium, which was pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, I went to London a few years ago, and got to check out the city or the stadium. It was awesome, man.
You took the tour?
No, I didn't get to do the tour, but I just got to kind of like wander around the place and even just to walk around the whole place, man. Like, there's so much stuff outside of the stadium about the history of that football club. It's insane. But it was like always one of the clubs, like, if it wasn't my club, if I had to cheer for somebody, it was definitely Arsenal. So it was pretty cool to be there and see some of the history.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, it was really cool. If we'd known each other, then I would have picked you up something, because I picked up stuff for a couple people.
A friend of mine, she went last year, picked me up some stuff. She went on tour, took the tour of the stadium and the whole thing. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty wild place, man, just to be there. And
what's really cool is if you actually go where the old stadium is, they actually turned it into like apartments. So in like the courtyard is still like the grounds. You know what I mean? So it's like they repurposed basically the stadium almost, made it into like apartments.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who trusts my aim here?
No.
No?
Your
I
aim?
asked because I might pull out the crossbow this year and see if somebody will in the garage.
That seems like a very, very bad idea, Big Cat.
Shoot the jag.
The voice of common sense.
That's not the role, baby. Oh, with the voice of common sense and the common man.
The crossbow will be a foreign object, and you don't want that. You want to keep things clean.
I would like to welcome back Greg to the chat, even though he's not.
I've got a real crossbow and I've got a hand crossbow that shoots like 2-inch bolts.
Nerf.
No, it's an actual hunting crossbow, but it's only like this big. Little pistol crossbow.
Why are you in possession of such things? That doesn't seem like a good idea.
100-pound draw.
Hey, so Joe and Ewart, I do still have bottles of that Russian Imperial Stout for you guys that I told you I would save.
I love you, Dave. Road Warrior Dave, you're my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
What is the name of the Russian Imperial Stout?
Until proven guilty.
I don't want to drink it anymore.
Nice. Thank you, sir.
Give it to Matt.
It is good. Appreciate it. You gonna bring it down?
It's Matt's now. You fucked up.
Well, fine, Matt. Matt will share it.
Wait, I broke him out of character in that one.
Yeah, now I'm pissed, dude.
Oh, the illusion's gone.
No, I can't go back to it. Yes, I can.
Wait, that's not Joe Rhodes. What's going on?
It's Joe Rhodes, baby. Making viewers quit at the speed of light, baby. With
that's when you do the oh shit! It wasn't Dusty the whole time. It was blah blah blah. It's somebody else. I can't believe it.
It was Sting, baby. It was definitely Sting. No one was here could be Sting though. No one with the face paint.
Yeah, I've been sitting on these bottles for a long time, and let me tell you, my ass hurts.
I knew you were going there, Dev. Road Warrior Dev, I knew that. That's the kind of guy you are. You're gonna bring that joke to the table, and I appreciate it.
Dave, it's a long way down from that aged water comment. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, Greg is here. He's probably still aging that water.
Probably leave it in there for 2 weeks.
But it's been
Greg,
Greg still knocked her from that chest slap.
Hey, Greg, I got an honest question to ask you. Dustin Rhodes to Greg. This is an honest question. You made those comments on Untapped about that Great Lakes Brewing Company IPAs, and you said you put them in the fridge, baby, to age them. And you said it tastes a lot better a week later. Now, do you truly believe that?
I do. Believe it.
You do?
Magical power.
No, I mean, I'm serious. So, do you truly believe that? Like, that's something that you're behind 100%?
I only go by what I taste, and they seem. I just think personally, from my own palate, I think for fresh IPA, like when I get it the day of, which I usually for some reason the thing about it doesn't appeal.
Who's got Wishbone on the fucking chat?
Greg, I didn't ask for like an in-depth description or response. I just asked you to know. Do you believe that, baby?
Tell you what, you start a channel, you can do an interview with me.
Then don't bring my channel up. I'm Dustin Rhodes, baby. I don't need a channel.
That's a bunch of foolishness. Next you'll be telling me Coco Beware's going to win the world title, baby.
He's a Hall of Famer, to be fair there, Lee. He is a Hall of Famer, baby.
Yeah, so is Drew Carey.
That's true. That is a good point, baby. Good point. But, Greg, I just want to say that is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my entire life, baby. At no point in time has anyone ever put a IPA into the fridge and said that 2 weeks later that it tasted infinitely better. I feel like your palate is infinitely stupid, and therefore I have unfriended you on Untapped.
Well, I'll just have to find a way to go on.
It's gonna be hard, baby. It's gonna be. I'm in there toasting everybody. I toast everybody but Chad. I toast them and.
No, really, you toast everybody but me. I watch.
Yeah, I started about a month ago when I realized you never toast any of my shit. So I said, "Fuck Chad, I'm not toasting this shit." I said, "I see all these people. I got 8 toasts. Is Chad one of them? No, it's not." And then I went and there's like 15. I only had like 40 friends on Untappd. I try to keep it small, baby. So 15 check-ins in a row. Everyone toasted me. Chad, no, he didn't. I said consciously, Chad, you're never getting another toast. You're just not getting a toast.
Shit, this feud's been building, man. It just fucking came to a head. WrestleMania. It's gonna be fucking Chad.
Chad goes on Untappd like once a week, and he gets like 4 people's stuff.
This is like
Chad.
Cold War.
The best part is it, I see Chad and Simon, the punter. We all love the punter, and they're drinking the same beer right next to one another. And I'll be like, "Hey, Simon, toast, baby." And I look at Chad and I say, "Baby, no toast." That's how I roll.
He does that. He toasts Simon and he doesn't toast me. Simon got all worked up. He's like, "Oh, he must be mad at me. He didn't toast the Satan Red."
I really didn't care about the fainting red. I don't toast you anymore. But then I realized you started toasting some of my shit, so I said maybe I would toast you in the future. Maybe.
Oh man, I can see it now. It's gonna be Chad Vader and Dusty Joe at SummerSlam. So remember how last year I was bitching about how my festival was the same week, a week apart from Ashley's festival.
Who's Ashley?
Ashley is the one that does the Niagara Beer Festival.
Are you talking about the wine one? The wine blah 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 whatever?
Yeah, so my festival is the same weekend as the Food and Wine Festival for Niagara Falls. Yeah.
Fuck you, Ashley.
No, she has nothing to do with this one. This is a huge corporation that does this festival every year and just happens to be doing it the same weekend as my festival this year.
Oh, fuck
awesome. The weekend.
They didn't steal any of your clients, did they?
They probably stole a lot of them. However, it's the Niagara Food and Wine Festival, but there's absolutely no Niagara breweries there because they've all paid me to be at mine.
That's right. Fuck those guys.
And, you know, me and Ashley worked together this year. We talked to each other. We're like, when are you doing your festival? So that we knew not to do it within a month of each other. And then this just pops up like in the last 2 weeks. I'm like, yay. Probably why I haven't sold many tickets this year. Yay.
I don't know. As a beer drinker, a Niagara Food and Wine Festival doesn't appeal to me. Normally because I substitute food with beer, and wine's not beer. So.
Yes, but they have beer this year. They're bringing beer in.
Yeah, but it's an exciting beer.
No, it's actually the two breweries that I thought would be at my festival that aren't. Flying Monkeys and Nickelbrook.
Yeah, to be fair, Greg, it is not Black Oak or Bellwoods.
Oh man, Nickelbrook did a heel turn on you, baby.
I don't think Bellwood
heel turned me. You're right. He heel turned me full on heel.
God damn, he just slapped you in the back to make a house explode.
I'm pretty sure the Green Apple Pilsner is gonna be the only beer to bring into your fest again. It's gonna win the best beer of the fest again. Cause if anything gun lager, I hope she doesn't show up. Sorry, Lee.
I'm just basically, if I don't hit at least 1,000 people this year, I'm probably not going to do the festival next year because I put a lot of money into it this year. I'm actually right now I'm on par to lose about 1,500. So
you'll be fine.
Yeah, listen to Road Warrior Dev. He has a lot of experience.
Yeah, it's the same thing as last year, man. It's all going to work out in the end. And I know that's not comforting right now, but
you know what? The only good thing is maybe I will not get inspected again because of the fact that Niagara Wine and Food Festival will have the AGCO there.
Maybe you just need to make some fake calls on their behalf.
Yeah, you should sabotage it, and everyone just walk over to your festival.
Do you know how many contract brewers are at that beer and wine fest?
That feels like
let's talk. I have 31 brewers. There is still 6 of them that haven't paid me, and they were supposed to pay me by January 31st.
Have you contacted them?
Oh yeah, I've been in contact with a lot of them. One of them keeps telling me, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're not in festival mode yet." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm sorry, I'm not in. You're at my festival mode yet."
How did you react to that comment?
I just reacted the way I told you. I sent them back a response. Oh, well, I'm not in the "you're in my festival" mode yet, and I took them off one of the posters, and they weren't happy with me. Oh yeah, pay me.
Isn't it only like $100 or something?
Yeah, I am the cheapest festival in Ontario for brewers.
Like
I'm $100. $100.
Yeah, price. This should be clear on price. No other reason, just price. There can be good beer there. It's not a cheap festival. Because you got to clarify, baby. If you say it's a cheap festival, people are going to come and think there's Bud Light there. There's no Bud Light.
Bud Light in this motherfucker?
There's no
Joe,
bad
I have the cheapest entry fee of any festival in Ontario.
Joe, what are your Buffalo Fests normally run you? Out of curiosity.
Well, it depends. Typically for a regular ticket, okay, I won't do the voice. For a regular ticket, about $40 or so. Then if you want VIP, which is
Wait, I don't understand your accent right now.
all right, baby. It's about $40 ticket, Road Warrior Bev. About $40.
Oh,
And,
that's better.
if you want to get to the VIP section, which has a lot of you typically food and then rare beers, it's about 75 or so. So 40 to 40 entrance.
Oh, so your prices are cheaper than Toronto prices.
No, it's pretty expensive here.
What's it cost for a sample?
That's the thing, though. You guys, whoa, come out there, feedback. What's happening? You trying to cut a computerized promo on me, baby? It's not working. Okay. So, God damn it, Chad. Can we mute Chad, baby?
Jesus.
Can we mute Chad? Okay, I'm going to try to speak slowly and distinctly about Smoke Buddha. No,
you just got to enunciate a bit more. That's
I'm
all.
going to enunciate a little bit more. I would say that there are no drink tickets at these fests. They are all you can drink, baby. I know that would probably kill a lot of people in Canada because they would go a little bit overboard. But in the Western New York area, typically it's a 3 to 4 hour fest, so you're looking at about 20 samples or so.
That last all-you-can-drink fest I went to, I only remember it was 5 hours long. I only remember the first hour.
Greg, because this is how. Listen, in the immortal world of J. Terrio, you are an alcoholic.
Yes,
Yeah, you are an alcoholic, good sir.
No, he just emptied all the kegs at Bellwoods, Black Oak, and Great Lakes, and then went home. That's
You
why he
probably
doesn't
said,
remember anything else.
yeah, there's 100 different beers available here, but you know what? I'm going to sit here next to Black Oak and drink this 10 bitter years because I don't know any better. See,
I honestly love that beer, though.
It's all right.
Speaking of samples, has anyone ever gone to either a beer bar or a brew pub and ordered a flight, and they told you they don't do flights on certain days? Is that normal, or is that just
Yep. Yeah, that happens occasionally, baby. There's actually some places around here that don't even offer flights, period. And it's kind of frustrating. Because if you see like 3 or 4 different beers and you're like, man, I want to try them all, you can't.
I went to Duggan's Brew Pub last week, and I wanted to get a flight to try their different beers, and they wouldn't serve it to me because they only do it on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And funny thing is, I would have spent more money there if they had let me have a flight. But
that's the Greg special. You're a part of this chat.
Yeah, they're like, what's your name? Your name's Greg Barlow. You like all the Black Oak? Sorry, you are denied.
Some of the breweries around here, like even bigger Weyerbacher doesn't even they don't charge for anything, but you can only get it's like a beer festival. You can only get a 2-ounce sample at a time. You can't get more than 1 sample at a time, and that's it.
Well,
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre.
But
I mean, they probably don't have they have to have some sort of liquor license, I would imagine, but it's probably just not something for profit or something like that. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, this is a brew pub. They charge for everything, and I don't understand why it's so difficult for them to pour it into little glasses.
Did you bring up your issue with them?
Well, I asked the waitress why, and she just said, I don't know. Like, she's well informed like most waitresses in Toronto are.
All right, man.
I think I'm gonna knock off, guys.
All right, take it easy, Nick, baby.
Word. Get you guys later.
See you later.
Here.
He's gonna knock off.
He's gonna knock one out, I believe is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Just gonna enunciate.
Was that Nick leaving?
Yeah, it was. He said he was gonna knock one out. I believe he said he was gonna knock one out. And we just all, I don't know what that means. I mean, I kind of do. I'm just a bro. All right, so we got some comments. I don't think we actually have only one comment. That's because I don't know why. Winter's coming. I said, speaking of IPAs, I had Nickelbrook's Headstock recently, and can say it's the first IPA I can really get behind. Baby, what are you talking about?
The first IPA, what the fuck?
You know what?
He knows it's March and Winter's leaving, right?
I think
I don't know.
their recipe.
I don't know. It was snowing here in the falls again today.
I actually like their old one more than I like their new one.
This is what I'm going to drink now. I'm going to drink the Dark 266 from Cameron.
That is unfortunate.
I kind of miss
I'm going to use
Cameron's
my snake
regularly.
bite to open it. I'm going to use the snake bite.
Dev, I see your untapped check-ins, and you don't miss shit. What a liar.
What do you
drink
mean?
a lot of great beer.
Yeah, but like when I was back in Niagara, I used to really enjoy like when I was working at the funeral home in Font Hill. They had Cameron's for some reason, I don't know why, but I would pick it up all the time. Cameron's Auburn, I still really like. Their dark was always like Cameron's just makes some good beer. It's just good.
You also still really like the Copper Ale from Railway City?
Yeah, yeah. I heard you guys ragging on me before I fucking got on here about it. But it was just one of my favorite beers for living out that way, man. Like,
Dev, it is well deserved to rag on you for that beer.
Dev, right. I will always rag on you. You know that, and it will happen.
I expect nothing
rag
less.
on everybody.
Yeah.
Now the best beer in Dev's possession at almost all times is Clifford's Porter. He's a big fan of the Clifford's Porter. He gives it a 10 out of 10, a 5 out of 5, 100.
It's honestly like my favorite porter. I honestly can't think of a porter I like more than it. I had like the Bell's Porter the other day. Didn't think it was as good.
Yeah, the Bell's Porter's a little lacking.
The only standard porter I've had that's better than it is Knowledge's Porter from Niagara College, which is probably the best standard porter I've ever had. The Clifford Porter, if you're just thinking of a standard porter, not thinking vanilla, you're not thinking barrel aged, blah, 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 it is one of the best standard porters you're going to drink.
It's just fucking awesome. Like
my two standard porters would be the Edmund Fitzgerald from Great Lakes in the U.S. and then Black Butte from Deschutes.
I had the Edmund Fitzgerald recently, and it was like super overcarbed.
Really?
Yeah, like it was because I'd had it years ago and thought it was good, and then I had it recently, and it was something was fucked. Like it was just not. The body of it was all messed up from the carbonation. It was not like I thought it should have been. The Deschutes one I don't think I've had. I think the only thing from Deschutes I think that I've had was Black Beauty.
That's what he's talking about.
That's what I said. It's called Black
the
Butte,
one?
baby. It's called Black Butte, baby.
Okay. I remember that being okay.
Yeah, your palate is incredibly dumb.
Oh,
that's an amazing porter.
No problem. But it was also through the LCBO, so who knows?
Is Clifford going to be at the fest?
Yes, they will be at the fest.
I will get to try the porter, and then I will see if you are lying to me.
I don't know. I haven't seen your name on my guest list yet.
Yeah, no, I haven't bought the tickets yet because you know, like you said, there's thousands available still because no one wants to come.
You might not get a glass then, eh?
Yeah, a glass. I had 2 of them from last year. You know, I don't use them. They don't matter. I drink out of fucking red Solo cups. It doesn't matter to me. Give me some of those Dixie cups that you use in your whiskey reviews, Chad, where everyone hates. I'll do that.
Hashtag proper fucking Solo cup.
I actually just bought a glass for Ewart today at the dollar store. I bought him the same glass I have, the mason jar stemware. You're a stupid dog. You're so stupid.
Speaking of Clifford, though, I recently had he did like a smaller batch of his Pinball Wizard, which is like one of his. I believe it's like an American Pale Ale, and it was pretty damn good.
I feel like you're hyping them up a lot.
No, man, he's honestly just a good guy that makes some solid beers.
But if you drank the beers he's made before this brewery, he doesn't make all that much solid beer.
What do you mean?
I mean that he's worked with Michael Arnold to do the 100-mile ales and lager, and those aren't that great.
I don't think. Well, the stuff that I know is his original recipe. Like the 2 beers that I've had from him that he's brewed have been great. I've had the 100-mile stuff. Like it's okay. It's collaboration stuff too, though, right?
It's still his name on it, man. Still his name on it.
I don't know enough of the Duggan. I've had a couple things from Duggan, but I've
More than
never.
you need to have.
What's that?
That's more than you ever need to have.
Oh, okay. No, I had the IPA. I think was just kind of okay. And I think I've had the Sriracha lager.
Yes, that's the one that the Honey Monster said tasted like dirty dishwater, and then we put it in a Southern Tier Pale Ale bottle, and then he loved it.
Oh, he got Dugganed.
Yeah, that's when we Dugganed him.
It's the Honey Monster, though. I mean, I'm surprised anything's happening with him, right? I don't know. He's a goofball.
Well, he is trying to get in a certain reviewers, other reviewer cast members' pants again. So
I don't need to know this information.
well, I don't think he's going to succeed, but he's trying.
I told him no.
Are they trying to tap the blueberry? I hope it's not the blueberry.
It's not the blueberry.
Oh, it's part of the cantankerous cook.
Well, they live together, so that would be easy.
Okay, I feel like you should relay that comment to the Cantankerous Cook at the fest and have Greg get punched a bunch of times.
All right, well, I won't be going to the beer fest, guys, so have fun.
You probably won't after Cantankerous Cook gets done with you. He gave me a light tap, and then later on he gave me a harder tap when I wasn't expecting it, and it hurt. It hurt a lot. I'm not a big fan. But
that just means he likes you.
Did he make your
Nurple purple? He likes you.
What's that?
Did he make your Nurple purple?
He did not.
It was always this year.
No, I did not send any shitty beer up to Chad for him to review with him, so I'm pretty sure I'm good.
Oh God, I'm blind.
Oh, hang on. We got a comment here from Ethan Flair. Everyone knows him as Ethan's Beer Reviews. I like to call him Ethan Flair. He says, "Hey guys, I'll join in a bit. What's your favorite collab beer?"
My favorite collab beer? Ooh.
I don't even know of too many collab beers that I can think of, but I mean, the Handlands Point I had not like a week ago.
Bare Naked Lady Stout.
I do think he means in collaboration with anybody, just to be clear, in case anyone cares.
Well, they were there to stir the wort.
Well, yeah, I'm saying it
photo
can be a band. It can be a band. It can be a TV show.
Well,
it
if
could
that's
be
the
another
case, then
brewer.
all those Lake of Bays hockey alumni beer count.
Greg, you are one stupid individual.
Yeah, probably.
Most collaborations that I've had, I'm not a big fan of, but the other day I got a collaboration between DeProof and Surly. It was called Long of Tooth. It was the weirdest beer I ever had in my life. It was a oak-aged English oak ale brewed with cocoa and Brettanomyces. That was a bizarre beer, and it was really cool.
The Bose Kissmeyer Nordic Pale Ale was pretty good too.
That was a good beer. I still pick that up once in a while. Like, it's so cheap, and it's...
Yo, 2 years ago, the Pan Ontario Bourbon Barrel Aged Ale, which is what they made for the Ontario Brewing Awards. That was the best collab beer I've ever had, and it was all 16 breweries that were part of the OCB at the time.
One that comes to mind that I just off the top of my head that I really love, especially just one of the best for the style I've ever had, was a Surly and Three Floyds Blacker. One of the probably the best black IPA I've ever had, and it was a collab.
Sounds very racist.
It was very racist, very disheartening.
GLB and Phillips made a black IPA called.
Oh, the Puzzler.
Yeah. It tasted shockingly though like their 25th anniversary black IPA though.
I must say, 2 brewers on the same level, a Sully and 3 Floyds.
I would say I do not believe this in the least as my favorite collab, but the R&R Coconut IPA is it was
So
made.
much coconut. So much coconut.
It was made, and that's all I can say about that one. They brewed it, and it hit distributed. I gave it to all the Canadian beer tubers, and I don't think anyone was very impressed with it.
None of us got coconut.
Because there wasn't no
Drink
coconut.
all your beer out of a coconut.
I would prefer that to be the case, but unfortunately, that is not possible.
You can. You just have to budget a lot of coconuts into your budget.
Did you just say you have to budget a lot of coconuts into your budget?
Yeah, I was hoping to stop that.
I did like, I know it's somewhat infected now, but the 1105 barley wine from Sawdust and Nickelbrook was pretty good last year.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to try the 1105 triple IPA this year. Well, last year, but...
Wait, what's infected?
The 1105 barley wine, I see a lot of people on tap saying they're getting a strong sourness.
Yeah, mine was infected.
The one from a couple of years ago?
The barley wine from it was, I think it was...
yeah, it would have been 2 years ago.
November of November 2013.
This November it'll be 2 years old.
Yeah, it was like a year and a half.
Okay,
I
I
thought
have
it was
one
only
still.
a year old now.
I didn't think it was infected when I first had it fresh.
No, not fresh, baby, not fresh. I'm talking
Okay.
aged. You would see, but it's aged.
Exponentially with. Oh boy.
We reviewed
I
it.
bought one in the fall from the brewery and it was infected. And I'm assuming at the brewery they probably kept it refrigerated. So.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's just a brewing fault. So
No,
whoever
I
sees
won't.
there is a
Oh no, they probably got some wild yeast in it because I mean they do use a bunch of different yeast there, and the barrels they use they don't wash out very often. So I mean they probably infected it when they barrel aged it. I mean.
So I'm gonna say, like I said, it's the fault of the brewers. They are stupid. What are they doing? They're letting the wild yeast get in their barrels.
They have that one guy brewing for like 6 different fucking brewery lines. So yeah, sooner or later somebody's gonna screw up.
Well, I got a special beer, and I think Chad, you agree with the collabs. 5 Paddles. They're whatever the fuck. These are my favorite things. Wasn't that a collab with a homebrewer?
Yes, who is now one of their paddles. She is now one of the 5 paddles.
Nice. See, that was good.
These
Yeah,
are
that
some of
tastes
my
good.
favorite things. Fucking beautiful, beautiful.
Cherry
beer.
vanilla bourbon stave age. They're bourbon chipped age.
Yeah.
Did you have that one, Dev?
I have not. Apparently, Soda City's put out a double IPA that is fantastic. Two Pines IPA, I believe it's called.
Fuck 2 Pines. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't know. I would love to try it.
It tastes like 2 Pines. Do you like piney hops? Because if you do, it's all up your alley.
To be honest, when Lone Pine came out and I was still working at the funeral home, for some reason, Font Hill LCBO used to get like a great beer selection. I think her name's Judy, doing the ordering there, was amazing, and that was one of the beers they got in. And like every day after work, I would just go pick up a bottle. I was probably the only person buying it, but man, I was drinking that like crazy when it first came out. I loved it, and then it, I think eventually switched to the cans. But this is when it was in like the 650s. It was fantastic. It was before they even had their own bottle caps, if I recall correctly.
Why don't you buy the beer anymore?
I still do.
Oh, is it not your favorite?
Like we make a lot of hop forward stuff where I work, so you know I don't really need to seek out IPAs, but it's still a beer I pick up and enjoy, and I'd be really curious to try their double IPA.
Dev,
even last time I was No, go ahead, brother.
I would just want to know what your favorite Chente beer was.
To be honest, probably Bystander. It's like my go-to beer. I think it was like the first. Actually, it was the first beer that my boss brewed commercially, which changed a bit since he was in Scotland. But it's definitely my go-to. It's my favorite. And like, I don't know if it's because I work there, but it's probably like my favorite beer in general.
Yeah, probably because you work there. I mean, that's to be expected.
Yeah, I mean, like I think you get used to certain things and whatnot, but I mean, even when I was still working in doing the wind turbines, like after I'd gone to visit, like I was an hour and a half away, and I still went to pick up beer one time just because I kind of gotten hooked on it. So, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely my favorite beer, and I think just like getting to learn how it's brewed and being a part of that is pretty cool. I actually got to kind of brew on my own on our big system, so we did like I think it was about like 2,700 liter batch of our American IPA the other day, and I was kind of just left to do it on my own with minimal assistance. It was pretty wild.
Yeah.
It's not too often I've set personal goals, but like kind of getting to brew a couple of our flagship beers on my own by the time I've been there for a year is one of them, and that was kind of a big step towards it. So it was cool, man. Still definitely enjoying it.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
awesome.
it was great. It's awesome, and not only that, but I mean, being able to like brew your own recipe, like the pumpkin brown ale. How was the reception of that you got? Pretty good.
Yeah, I think it went over pretty well. I mean, it's weird like putting something out there that people can just tear apart on social media. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was, you spend a few weeks like waiting to see how it's gonna turn out, and then you throw it out there, and you just
you're
waiting for
the review.
Like,
you're waiting for the check-in that's like, baby, this is not a good brown ale. It's not a good pumpkin ale, and the name is stupid.
It's kind of a weird feeling, right? Like,
yeah, I can imagine.
It's something you put a lot of thought into, but like it's such a subjective thing. Like, you can't get too bent out of shape over it. But I don't know. It's something that I imagine it's like being like an artist if you're painting something, and you're like, oh, I put all this effort into it, and this is what I'm trying to convey, and someone's like, oh, I could have done that at home, and you're like,
yeah,
oh. Like, or just, you know what I mean? Like, it's a really weird spot to be in, but I don't know. I think it was well received. It was just cool to get to do. And
I like the name of it. It was like that was actually a play on words that wasn't a play on words of the fucking brewery. That's what I liked about it.
Yeah, I like making stupid punny. I've always enjoyed puns, so I like stupid names.
It was much better than like the innocent until whatever, or innocent this, innocent that. It was just like, oh, yeah, I get it. I understand the name.
Well, like, we were doing like a Brett Porter the other day, and I'm like, I've been listening to a lot of Paul Simon lately, so I'm like, what if we called it, you can call me Bretty, and Bretty, when you call me, you can call me Ale. And everyone was like, well, it's good, but that's just really fucking long for a name.
Yeah, it is long.
But it's clever as shit. I think, anyways.
Well, yeah, that would be your own personal opinion.
It's out there. It's out there.
But it's just like, Jared and I just brewed a beer it's a dunkel called You Got Touched by Your Dunkel.
That, my friend, is very inappropriate, but I like it.
Yeah, like, isn't that a great name? It is.
Yeah, I mean, because there are no children drinking that beer. So that seems, unless you might bring up some emotional scars for people who were abused as children. So you need to think of it like that. But yeah, if that's that,
before to forget it.
That's what the touchy dunkle gives to the kids before you. It's all touchy.
Someone's gonna be drinking and go, man, this is so accurate. Oh my god, I gotta break down.
Cough medicine.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's been. It is the greatest job in the world. It's as fun as everyone thinks, and
yeah, keep rubbing it in to the guy that is on stress leave from his shitty job.
I feel like you should keep on rubbing it in, just in general.
Yeah, it's awesome. It is so good.
All you other guys, you guys got stupid jobs. My job is amazing. I brew and drink beer nonstop.
Well, you don't really drink that much beer at work. But...
I am constantly hammered.
Except for the days
I don't
I'm
even know how to brew anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get like free pints and stuff for lunch and stuff, or do you actually have to pay?
No. It's just I don't know how every brewery works, but I mean, like, there's yeah, I mean, like, there's stuff that doesn't fill properly, and you can't sell it. So.
Do they make you wear a hairnet for your beard?
No.
Oh God.
You get a little bit of that nice road warrior dev yeastiness in each beer.
So that's unfiltered.
Yeah, just for my balls. That's all.
Oh, okay.
For when I'm in the tanks,
You have a boost, apparently. Ethan says that his favorite collab beer is the Life and Limb from Sierra Nevada and Dogfish Head.
Is he coming to join us, or is he just being a bitch?
I have no idea what Ethan Flair is doing.
We want to see your fucking mustache right now.
We probably don't.
This guy that wears the sunglasses all the time and talks like Elvis?
Yeah, but he got called out as Elvis by Jameson of Jameson Beer Review. So from that point forward, every time he hops into the chat, he wears his sunglasses and does his Elvis impersonation, which is probably as bad as my Dusty Rhodes, maybe even worse, which is I know hard to believe. But yeah, and then about 5 minutes in, he takes off the sunglasses, and then he brings up topics from about 3 years ago and tries to introduce them as new topics. And we're like, hey, Ethan Flair, I saw that in 2011, baby. I don't, like, what are you doing?
Isn't that guy like out of, I thought he was out of Hamilton, that guy.
He is out of Ohio.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Hamilton and Ohio, it's the same thing.
It's the Hamilton out of the States.
Yeah, I mean, you pass through Ohio, it's like passing through Southern Ontario. It's all the same, baby.
Is he on the mountain in Ohio, or?
He's on some mountain. I don't know.
No. Ohio's all like Hamilton, west side. It's not the mountains.
It's on flatland. There's flatlands all over the place. Akron is a very bad area. You don't want to catch yourself in Akron.
There's no snooty mountaintop in Ohio, baby. Anyways.
There is a lot of Ohio beer reviewers. Off the top of my head, there's like 5 of them. I don't know what they're doing on Ohio, but apparently they're all getting on the beer tubing game. It's very crazy.
Yeah. My favorite one is Country Chef Beer Boy. He's my favorite Ohio beer tuber.
I believe he's a sports guy in 1993 at this point. The name all the time.
I can't keep up.
There is a Russian named Emil he has the greatest accent ever, baby.
Oh, Yellow Groove. Yellow Groove's another one. Fine.
Oh my God, there are way too many fucking beer tube / fucking YouTubers in general from Ohio. Holy fuck, that is crazy.
Yeah. It's the number one hobby.
What is it, like the Maritimes where you just drink? Is that kind of what it is?
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you do in the Maritimes, right? Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong in that, right? You pretty much drink.
No, you collect unemployment too, so baby.
That's fucked up, but probably accurate. Yeah, that just seems like you drink out there.
Where did the Maritimes go?
They all logged off.
I'm picking it up, baby. I'm picking it up, Dev. I love it, Road Warrior Dev. You see how he could have said, where have the times gone? But he said, where have the Maritimes gone? Like,
he's a king of puns.
I wasn't even trying to be clever there. I just realized Lee was gone.
It just naturally comes to you, baby. You don't even have to try anymore. You just try to name one of your beers, and automatically it's the greatest pun known to mankind.
Anyways, I was gonna say other collaborations. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. 3 Floyds and Half Acres Annika.
Half Acre, they're the ones that do the daisy cutter. Is that correct?
Yeah. They had a double IPA called Annika. It's awesome. Also,
Baby Cutter.
Yeah, it's American Pale Ale, Dev.
It's called Baby Cutter.
No, come on, Dev.
Is that what you said?
No, it's called Daisy Cutter, baby. Daisy, like Daisy Dukes, baby.
Oh my God, your accent's so shit.
It is not a good accent. I know.
It's not an accent. It's a verbal affliction. It's an affliction.
Do you have any new comments?
All right, Baby Cutter. It's a new beer coming out.
Daisy Cutter.
Innocent Baby Cutter.
He posted a link, and by he I mean Ethan Flair. He posted one to the country's favorite beers. And it's pretty fucked up, to be honest with you. I'm going to post this link in this chat box over here, and all I see across the North America, well, the States, is a big Bud Light logo. I'm not a fan. Let me post this in this chat over here, baby. You can check it out, and then we can discuss it if we need to.
Didn't we discuss this last week and the week before?
I have no idea. It is Ethan Flair. It is totally possible that he's bringing stuff up that's a week old, maybe 2 weeks old.
2 weeks old. That's generous.
Yeah, it's Ethan Flair though. At this point, he knows not what he does. Okay, wow. This is the big goddamn map, son. Yeah. So Canada is a big fan of the Budweisers, apparently. The U.S. is Bud Light, Mexico is Corona.
No, really? Really?
I'm just pointing out facts, big Chad Vader. No reason to get angry.
Who said I'm angry? Just really?
Well, I mean, it is Ethan Flair. I mean, he's posting these links. I'm reading them to you. I don't know what to tell you.
Ethan Flair? No, it's more like Ethan Ray. All right.
So Stephen, who's Booker T? Who is Booker T and Stephen Ray? They are the Harlem Heat, baby.
No,
is this still the Elvis
Ethan
guy
Double
that
Ray.
passed?
Oh, you're talking about the Dudley Boys, baby. I like them Dudley Boys.
That's right. Yeah, it's the Ethan Dudley. There you go.
It's Devon. I got it. It's Devon and Ethan Ray, baby. You guys are the tag team champions of the world. I don't know. So he posted this map, and it seems all to be, yeah. I mean, I don't think it's anything we don't know for the most part. I mean, it is weird seeing like all the different countries and what they drink. Like Algeria likes tango.
Tango? Yeah, I like tango.
Ireland, I'm sure that's a pride that everybody about Ireland likes the Guinness. Oh, man.
Oh, boy. Who cares about the favorites? I mean, it's just... although I will say, did you see, Chad, at the percentage of beer sales in the U.S. for craft is finally double digits now for the market?
Yeah, what happened to that article?
I did not.
What?
What? Okay.
Yeah, it's 11% now. It's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
Big Flat stepping it up.
Yeah, they're making it happen.
You say what you want about Big Flats there, Dev.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my $3 six-pack, bud.
Yeah, that's cool. You're never going to get a 3. I'm never spending any money of my own on that beer ever again. I regret buying a 6-pack. No, I don't, because the reviews were awesome. Lee and his brother getting very angry during, like, I think it was during the power outage they had in Nova Scotia, like, 2 summers ago. He was not a big fan of Big Flats.
That's weird.
What do you mean that's weird?
How can you not be a fan?
I think he's making fun of Lee's brother there.
Lee has a brother?
Dev has been under a rock.
Christy said he wouldn't.
Yeah, I've been under a boxing rock for the last fucking while.
You're hilarious.
Drinking red ale.
What happened to the king? He left us.
Yeah, he ran out. The king is gone. The king has left the building.
Chaos now. Joe's in charge.
Dustin Rhodes is always in charge. We really have no more topics. Ethan Ray said that he's not I don't know, he said he'd be on, but he's not, so there's really nothing else to discuss.
I'll drink one more beer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or 14.
I
13.
feel like you skipped 13, and
I know I did.
Why?
Because I don't want to drink it.
13.
No, it wasn't an
Yeah,
option.
13.
13.
It wasn't an option.
No, it is now.
It isn't.
The masses have
Chad
requested.
Vader.
Lucky number 13.
Don't disappoint.
What does MF Murray stand for? Is that motherfucking Murray?
What I thought.
Oh, you know.
Did you pick up number 13 there, Big Chad Vader?
No.
What a disappointment. Matt, what were you drinking this evening?
Water. Beautiful water.
Unbelievable. You said that beer. I got my chili water that had a nice quenched his mouthfeel.
What was that?
But you drinking water?
No.
Yes, he is. I don't know why you're trying to deny it. He had the bottle right in front of him. I don't.
This one right here.
Is that?
That's 13.
That's 13.
Okay, well, I'll request, if you don't want to do that, I'll take the Gordie Howe, whatever Gordie Howe is. Do that.
Gordie Howe?
Why don't you drink to bring out your dead, Chad? Don't say that.
Yeah, well, now that Lee's not coming, I might as well, right?
I believe Paul wanted to drink to bring out your dead, but he is a Sasquatch. He'll get over it. I'm pretty sure that Greg is bringing all the bring out your dead because Matt was the one.
Trying to bring all of it.
All of it, everything will bring out your dead. You bringing anything good there, Dev, to the fest?
Just this kick-ass beard.
That is not the response that I was anticipating.
Well, what do you want?
Well, are you coming up on that Friday, or are you coming up on the Saturday?
I'm probably work. Well, I work Friday, and then I'm probably working the beer festival. So I won't be getting drunk with you guys.
Dev, all you have done tonight is severely disappointed us.
Until the Sunday.
No, on the Sunday I've got stuff to do too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Is that when you're gonna save your beard off?
Actually, probably shortly after. Cause it's been like a year and a half, right? So I probably have like the reverse sunglasses tan as soon as I shave it. So I gotta buzz it down. And actually, I'm trying to figure out if there's like an actual beard like.
No, you
donation.
just gone.
No, but is there like a donation charity? Do people want to wear these pubes on their head? Like
no, they
wigs?
don't want that. No. That's
What
not
about
soft.
guys that haven't hit puberty at like 22?
No, they don't care.
Oh, you can make merkins for them.
I don't know, but like, could I be benefiting
Christy,
somebody?
if Devin shaves off his beard, could I make a beard net out of it and wear it around the house? Would you be okay with that? She says no.
Okay, I think
Not at all.
Ethan Ray.
Wearing it.
Ethan Ray, when he comes in, you could probably donate some of your beard to his mustache fund because it's kind of there's patches in his mustache. It's not like fully grown. He could probably use those. I mean, he's been growing that thing for like 3 or 4 months. He's not getting any better. Let's be honest.
All it's done for him is get him banned in schoolyards.
Yeah, I mean, you look at him and you instantly look away because you're like, holy crap, that guy is a child rapist. Yeah. I don't know, Ethan Flair. I mean, Ethan Flair comes to me so naturally.
No. He did not. He did not. Gary, the Flair name. No. What the hell is that?
You know what you should do, Dev? I got a great idea. Do some kind of like contest at Inocente. Get Steve involved, like some kind of charity thing where people pay money towards a certain charity, and then whoever pays the most, they can come to the Inocente and brew for a day,
shave the beard.
hang out. Get to shave the beard, but then they get to hang out in Inocente and maybe get an in-depth tour or maybe brew for a day or do something.
Well, we've talked about doing something charity-wise.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to get tattooed at the end of May, so I kind of want to be able to adjust to not having a beard before then. Like, especially getting used to shaving, right? So.
Yeah, it is a life-changing experience.
It's gonna be weird, that's for sure. But it definitely has to happen in steps, I think, for it to not be a disaster.
No, I think you pretty much can just shave the shit off on one day, like over the course of like
I think like
an hour.
No, but I think like buzz it down with clippers and then eventually take a razor to it. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I mean,
waxed off.
What's that, Greg?
You just get the whole thing waxed off. Put a whole glob of wax on it.
What are you talking about, Lettuce? So put my beard in the fridge for a week and then what?
Waxed right off.
You were cutting out, so I missed it.
He's cutting. To get your hair waxed, it has to be within a certain length, and his hair is way past that length.
Yeah, it's not happening with
All you need is more wax.
No.
No, it's not
Hey.
even more wax. He'll rip his fucking face off.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it, Greg. This is why we don't value your opinion at all.
Okay, well, there's 6 viewers. No one's giving us topics, and we're talking about waxing his face off.
Let
so
me
I'm gonna go
let me
offline
check the comments one more time before you just shut it
now. Okay,
down.
you check the comments one more time.
Yeah, there's no more comments.
Okay, well, YouTube, thank you. We'll see you next week. Bye.